I mean, did the chosen kids ever like do stuff here?
That's a very good question.
That's a very good
I
question.
mean, like
You're asking me as though you think I ever got to leave the house.
more than me.
I'm surprised they didn't actually chain me to my guards.
Well, you kind of played the good girl for the most part.
Yeah. See how well that worked out. Can I roll a knowledge local to uh remember landmarks or places of interest in Sanctuary?
You absolutely may.
I mean, I mean, I know we're supposed to be saving the world, but we're you know, kind of have a little bit of a wait, and I'm not sure what we can do to save the world while we're here. So, so I guess we could take a trip to Oasis, and I guess outside of mom and dad's immediate eye line.
So there's like a town square where there were parades that you were allowed to go to on festival days.
Hmm.
And I mean, presumably there is some sort of education center, and I mean, there's probably a youth center, probably.
I mean, there have to be like some of the kids must get away into the desert and do stuff, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
they go out and drink cactus juice. Is that what you're asking?
well, yeah.
Sorry, Meredith, that's beyond your meager knowledge.
I mean, have crab eggs. I mean, look.
She's
I
just
mean,
guessing.
it's like you have all that great food just sort of wandering around out there, and you just kill one of those giant fucking crabs and stick it in the ground and have a nice steam and have
You'd
lots of booze.
you would honestly probably have a better and easier time asking the locals than asking me.
Do the do the crabs even look appetizing? I thought they were like garbage crabs. Like,
Well, they used to. Well, so they're
They got
garbage
better.
insofar as they used to like hermit crab themselves into trash.
right.
But now that there's no longer trash, they just have more regular shells.
Okay.
But yes, that
The
being
name
said,
has persisted.
right. That being said, they do not look particularly appetizing.
That's the reason why you have lots of booze and drugs. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, like
Are you
just
really that scared of mom and dad?
What? No. Um, let's just say I'm not looking forward to having a chat with Dad, given the way he looks right now, and my role in that might make me feel a little bit bad. I mean, I'm sure he'll get me pissed off really, really quickly, at which point I might want to maim him more, and I don't really want to do that either.
That's probably for the best. No, I don't plan on seeking them out, but I'm not going to skulk around the city in fear of them either.
Looks delicious.
is fearlessness one of your paladin features?
Um, I think I have a resistance to fear. I have an aura of fear, which makes people more scared around me. But
Ah,
anti-paladins actually don't get immunity to fear until way later. Farther down in the levels that
Helmets
I'm going
too.
to take, Hell Knights do
Yeah.
eventually.
noted.
So the easy answer to your question is not yet.
Oh boy.
This is just bravado.
Oh yeah, right. But it's important to know. I'll teach you the difference between resistance and immunity.
I know that's one of your favorites.
Fuck, I love it so much.
But maybe the smart thing to do is, while we have the time, take the trip to Oasis. And then once we get that out of the way, we can see the sights or whatever the hell there's to do in this town.
I
mean,
think
it's
that's
gonna
a good
take-
idea.
It's going to take us a little while to get there and a little while to get back. So if we want to go, we should just get out of the way.
I think it would be worth going there and making a statement there as well. I mean, no doubt there are representatives from Oasis at the actual parliament that saw what we did, but being seen there in person
By the
will be
way,
worth a lot.
to DM question, does Grub have Dancer to do this work currently?
I was about to say he'll need to borrow your sword.
All right, so he's going to need it for the whole duration?
Yep.
Okay. Nothing can go wrong.
So you're splitting off from the party to go to Oasis to without a sword.
Well,
I think we're all gonna go to Oasis, right?
Oh, we're all gonna go. I thought
Yeah.
someone had mentioned splitting the party before, and I thought that was the.
No, that was me.
No.
I was just saying that as a.
We were
come
trying to be
on,
goaded.
You should do it. Ba ba ba.
Come on, go wrong.
Everything could go
Paisan,
wrong.
come on, get in. What could possibly go wrong?
I could think of a few things.
Just a few, just to,
I split
What?
up the
It'll
party.
be
I don't pay
fine.
the taxes. Come on.
On
we
one,
already sell that fucking axe.
What?
on one hand,
Did we already sell that axe?
the Minotaur axe? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's too big anyway.
It was a very large axe.
Stupid thing is bigger than me. Oh well. Guess we'll have to make do.
No, you'll just take one of mine.
No, it's okay. I've got my axes and I have my claws if I need it.
Well,
Take one
then,
of your whats.
blades. I carry daggers.
I've got those.
Several different places.
And every time you think she's thrown them all, she's always got one more.
Just for you, dear. No, I think
This
that would be
Oasis
our-
place sounds interesting enough. I'm in.
Well, we want to make sure we have this district wrapped up. Not to mention, it's probably more fun in this place.
You're not wrong. It will be hotter, though. I don't think they climate control. I don't think we shared that technology.
What a shock.
Well, something has to be exclusive.
Mm. Well, the air will feel more real. This stuff feels kind of, I don't know, bottled.
Well, easy for you to say. You're not wearing heavy armor.
Heavy enough.
Mr. DM,
Yes.
what are the methods of travel between Oasis and Sanctuary?
Well, there is a road.
Mhm.
You could get a Helgak or a camel.
Up front, I no longer have money. So this is all of your hilarious problems.
Oh, we have party funds still.
We do.
A lot of it.
I suppose that's a fine thing to spend it on.
That's what it's for.
I thought it was for whores and comfortable lodgings, but Helgax is
too.
fine.
Whores come out of your personal.
Then why am I contributing to party?
Unless it's one for the group.
Orgies are party funds, and like individual whores you're going off with are coming out of your own share.
Well, then why am I contributing to the party funds? I could be
Travel,
paying
lodging.
for so many whores.
I think
Look, all
it's a
I'm
fair
saying
designation.
is, when we get to Oasis, I vote orgy.
Yeah, that'd be okay. Well, I mean, it depends if there's anyone. I'll keep an open mind.
As will I. But
Not
first
with
we have
any
to
of
get
you,
there.
no offense. Just with,
Yeah,
let's just get there.
I wouldn't worry about me participating. There's
Aw, Psalm, come on.
no, I'm alright.
Don't be like that.
It's not anything to do with you. It's just I don't want to.
Psalm has actual standards, and that should be commended.
What have they done to you? I took you out of the jungle, and it's taken the jungle out of you. And he just kind of shakes his head in, like, feigned disappointment.
All four of my hands do the mimic the mouth thing, and it's like they're taking the jungle out. It just like mimics you. Like, they've taken you out of the jungle, and now they've taken the jungle out of you.
Touched a nerve, I see.
All right. Well, probably
We'll hire
if
a
we go-
Helgak.
Yeah, if we go to the gates, we'll find the travel options most likely.
That'd
Does
be where I'd put him.
anyone or anything accost us on our way to the gates?
Everybody give me a sweet perception roll.
Forgot to bring my character up.
Well, we all just start riffing, and then it's like, oh yeah, we need character sheets and stuff.
I don't see shit.
I don't see
One second.
shit, Captain.
You said
Looks like I'm
perception
fucking-
roll?
Like-
Yep.
Steam suddenly came alive and took over my computer. Nothing wrong there. What the hell was that?
Ooh, a
Why?
sweet flaccid 20.
Perception. Oh, that's a 26. I'll put it in the chat in a second.
I would like to apologize for teaching Pidge the term flaccid 20.
We'll never
not at
forgive
all.
you.
Like it's way more entertaining than non-natural.
I'm gonna start referring to natural 20s as erect 20s now.
Oh yeah.
No,
Perfect.
God!
Yes.
Oh,
Natural
rock
20.
hard 20.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I
a
personally
natural
like
20 is rock
dirty
hard.
20, but dirty 20 I think works.
I
However,
like dirty 20 as well.
It's too late.
however,
It's out of
However-
the bottle now.
I got my all my good rolls out for today, and I got a hard 20 for a 32.
Nice. You see everything.
Yes, I am sure this will be enormously useful.
Oh,
Drizzle, you
What is
catch,
that?
You catch a glimpse of someone, but just for a second.
I don't.
Like
Care
a
for that.
literal second. You overcame their roll by literally 1 point. Oh,
And
Cass.
where do I see this?
Just around, you just looked
Oh.
behind you. You were trying to get the sun out of your eyes, and oh, hey, what, gone.
We're being followed. I whisper in Elvish.
Oh, he's not all that great. Hmm.
Well, Cass sees more of this guy, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you
Because you're
see
32.
You see him for longer.
Yeah.
Oh
Do we get
yeah.
anything more, like a description or anything, or is it just a dude ducking around
This
a
is
corner
a
following us?
this is a cloak with blackness under its hood.
Yes.
A
Oh, I
generic,
see.
no-name brand robed figure.
Okay.
Well, my
A
favorite.
little homie.
Yeah, he's using the crowds pretty well. Or she. Hard to tell. Not.
Impossible to tell.
They are using the crowds very well.
Oh yes, absolutely.
In Elvish, Meredith will respond, just act natural. If they decide to jump it on the roads, it'll be their funeral.
I'll keep track of them as long as I can.
We make our way to travel caravan?
Yeah,
Travel service?
might as well.
I mean, there's always a caravan you can sign on as a guard or a guest. If you're a guard, you'll be expected to do something. If you're a guest, it will be expected that the doing gets done for you.
How long does it take to get to Oasis anyway?
I'm gonna say 2 days.
How much does it
Mhm.
cost to be a guest on one of these caravans?
I'm gonna say 10 gold pieces per person.
And if we just hire individual Helgax, it's probably a lot faster, right?
Oh yeah, it would
But
be
not
way
as.
faster.
Mhm.
Because these
Maybe we
people are
just.
carrying cargo.
And how much are individual Hogaks?
I'm gonna say, what did I say renting a horse was?
75 per, but we could get all
We
but
could return it
15%.
and
Yeah. So that's gonna run about the same. So it's 75 gold pieces to rent a Helgak, and you get 60 of it back when you return. But
Cool.
you'll lose.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ride in the caravan for 10 gold.
And
This
that will
means you
mean
should
you're a
do that
guest.
a lot longer.
You get to sit in a wagon. Probably spend a lot of time asking questions about, oh, why have we stopped? Things like that.
Seriously? Don't you think that'll be boring?
No, Durs has never been here before. I'm sure
It's
they'll meet all sorts of characters.
Oh,
Harlan
any of them will
produces a
talk
deck
to
of
me.
cards.
I'll hire or I'll sign on as a guest as well for a caravan.
No, I should mention most of the guards here are armed with firearms.
Are they?
Yes.
Tasty.
Can I slap on a tasty knowledge engineering to see what kind of firearms?
You absolutely can.
Hell yeah. Oh. 27.
Your good old fashioned bolt action. Welcome to
Cool.
World War I, folks. You got 5 shots. Make them count.
You got 5 shots of trench foot.
Jared, you realize this is going to limit your time in the brothels in Oasis.
I mean, if we're paying for it out of party funds, we can rent Helgax.
Yeah, no, that's totally reasonable.
Yeah, that's what party funds are for. For making it so we can party.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 75 times 5 is 375. I will do the math. Someone else do the role play.
So Mary pipes up and just says, "Hey gang, if you ever have the opportunity to not chop your horns off, do that. Don't. Jesus Christ, this hurts."
Did they give them back to you? I mean, you should be able to reattach them.
And she takes the horns and holds the nubs to her stumps and is like, "Nope, nothing doing."
Didn't she like they chopped them off and then also filed them down? So
Yeah, they ground them down.
Yep.
Why? Wait, I missed this.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
right. Shit.
I'm sorry, what?
You missed a lot, actually. That was
trial by
good
combat,
session.
and Mary was like, "Okay, I'll get rid of all of my disadvantages, which included chopping off her fucking horns."
Why were the horns a disadvantage?
Right, it would have
No,
been
they
an
were
advantage.
Oh, got
sorry,
it.
I think
Okay.
I said
So she
disadvantage,
took her own horns off so she wouldn't have an advantage in the fight?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And showed that her tail had been removed and showed that her claws had been filed down to nothing.
You aren't mentioning who she fought.
Oh, right, and she fought Meredith and Cass's mom. And
Oh, wow.
beat her in 2 out of 3 rounds.
Us into a senseless pulp.
Delicious.
Got her in that their delicious rear naked choke.
I
There
don't
was
have
also a very nice speech from Meredith.
Thank you.
I don't have Lester Resto, so you're gonna have to
Restoration
let those
won't
grow back
help
in.
either. This is regeneration level necessary.
Mm.
Oh dear.
Just get cancer like Dory's here.
He's laughing, and as he laughs, another little spine like pops out the side of his face and starts to grow.
Oh, nope, you go back in there. You go back in. Nope, I live here now.
Get back in there, Tyr, so you could cry.
Thank you for catching me up, everybody.
Also, because we did such a good job, they want to help us, and we got goodies.
I do love goodies.
Did you get your goodie, or was
I
that?
said, did Darius get his goodie?
I am getting a goodie. Yep.
Okay.
Is that gonna? Do we have them yet, or is it gonna take?
No,
No.
that's the reason why
None of us
we're hanging
yeah.
around.
Gotcha.
Each episode.
Math done. Helgak rented.
If you guys ever get the opportunity, look up the story about how Steven Seagal boasted how he could break a rear naked choke. He was very wrong.
He boasted a lot, apparently.
Oh, he does. He is a compulsive liar, one would go so far to say. He got choked out
I know
so
he's an
hard.
asshole, but man, I love those movies.
Oh, right. He is not just an asshole. He is also a sexual predator, and those movies have a certain charm to them.
Also, food is here, so I will be right back.
Eat food, you goon.
I shall. I
Do
can
you
still
want
hear.
to be the best person ever and bring me my food?
Yeah, what'd you get?
The chicken sandwich.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Do we need to go through the roleplay of Helgak acquisition, or
No,
are we
that's
just getting?
that's unnecessary accounting. If you guys want to roleplay talking to a Helgak Wrangler,
No, that is fine.
Absolutely not.
be my fucking guest.
Do we each get like our own individual Helgak?
Yes.
That's what I accounted for.
Because
Okay.
of all of your sizes, you'll each need one.
Gotcha.
Oh, thank you. Mm.
Need a fork?
Yes. Oh, I was gonna grab cats to bring down, but Adam is really hungry.
Hero.
Want a break? Sounds good.
Oh, thank you, sir.
It is weird that
Hell
they
yeah.
have a road for, even though they're creatures that can fly, but apparently they find the even terrain more pleasing.
It was just like something they can keep track of for a sense of direction.
I was about to say the same thing. Yeah, yeah. It's at least it's a reference point. You know, you're going between two spots.
Right.
Yeah.
Ancients.
And so you guys spend,
Thank
like
you.
18 hours on the road just
Very
fucking rolling.
I'll eat some more later, but I don't eat all of them.
How high can the Helgax go?
What?
How high can the Helgax go?
infinitely? How high do you want to go? Like,
To where it's cooler.
I've got some bad news about how like height works in like a desert.
Heat rises. I don't know. I don't know if you didn't know that.
Helgak rented.
Like,
You
your
get-
only
you
hope
get-
is to acquire some sort of burrowing animal and go underground. Have you considered Ankeg riding?
Have they domesticated bullets?
I mean, domesticated bullets are definitely a thing. Not here, they're not.
You would have
Even
to like get a
Even in
pond
deserts,
behind
higher elevations are cooler. Even though heat goes up, it's still the way it works because of wind patterns and air density.
Thank you.
Weather patterns, air density, climate control. Oh, I should mention, like, you guys leave the sanctuary dome and you're like, hell yeah, we're out of fucking chosen land. Oh, fuck.
It's hot.
Like, it feels like you're walking into a bowl of soup.
Would we not?
There's not the humidity. But, yeah. It's not great.
Wow, this is horrible.
And I'm wearing all black.
It creates a
Makes it
scenario.
look great.
It creates a scenario of like, bitch, you live like this? To which Mary just comments, I don't know, I'm fine.
What's your secret?
I'm a tiefling?
Yep, fair enough. It's not a secret I can follow.
This is even though it's like maybe the same temperature as like a jungle, it would be dry air, right? And that's why
Yeah.
it's a problem.
That's the big difference. The two of you are useful to the jungle air. You're used to being swampy messes, flopping around. Like, at least in the Hell Jungle there's shade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Out here there's sand.
Well, just a reminder, if things get really bad, we should all have one of these left. And I have the syringe. We got two of them.
Yep.
I think we each got two of them.
Yep.
Considering you're
did.
traveling a well-trodden road, and they have access to fresh waters from the enigmatic water processing facility, there are a lot of like rest stops along the road,
Huh.
Oh,
which
good.
are basically like a watchtower around like a water trough and a little fence, like a mesh fence.
So like a line to tether your animals to while you take 5.
Yeah.
Still got kite flying.
Right.
And every watchtower has 2 guards, and these are, I'm unsure if they're like better guards or worse guards. You're rolling the dice on how good the guards are. They communicate from tower to tower with mirrors. Classic.
Can we tell if that person that was following us out of town, did they like jump in a caravan or are they like behind us?
You can try to roll again if you wish.
Okay.
I will.
I will as well.
That's a little better.
Oh,
Oh, much better.
Not quite as good for me.
Oh boy, now that I actually have attributes for this dude, his skills went up a lot.
I don't know what 18 plus 14 is right now. My
32.
brain
Got
is
you.
fried.
32.
Thank you.
It is indeed 32.
Thanks, everybody. My brain today lay
You're
dead.
fine.
I was that cunt in elementary school who memorized all of the addition tables.
Good. I'll just ask you all my questions about math.
We used to have these math tests, but they were also timed.
Uh-huh.
Like, it was like, all right, you have to complete these 30 very easy math problems in 5 minutes, and then they'd grab a stopwatch and just click it, and it was like,
Oh,
ugh.
I hate that shit.
I also did that. But then
hated
I
those so much.
encountered... I did that until I encountered, graduate school, and then at that point, my brain was like, you can have
As
math
much time as you want.
or yeah, my brain was like, you can have math or all this other stuff, and I'm like, yep.
Goodbye, math.
I have a supercomputer in my pocket. Don't need math.
I still play the how much change am I gonna get game when I'm at a register. Even though I haven't paid in cash since like 2008.
Oh, hey, one thing when at least when I'm looking at our back trail, I do tend to go up a little bit, and I'm also looking up. I don't imagine there's any cloud cover or anything, so
Fuck no, there's no cloud cover.
hard to be sneaky.
Would you say it gets cold in this desert at night?
It does.
Mhm.
If you don't
Well,
get to Oasis before night falls, y'all may die of a chill. Okay.
This
probably-
dude's still fucking following us?
Absolutely.
That chump's still following us, guys.
I'm about to say,
Who,
none of
among
you,
us
none of you
used-
miss him.
is he like on a Helgak of his own? Like
Nope, he's on foot.
And
he's just
keeping up?
walking behind
Yep.
us.
Jesus.
He's not even being subtle about it at this point. We're in fucking
Is this Book of Boba Fett?
flatland.
Book of Boba Fett, Stranger from the Desert type deal?
Something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen Book of Boba Fett.
I think that we should get to an area between guard towers so we aren't interrupted and just confront this single person.
Yeah.
Harlan waves to him.
He does not appreciably respond.
Durs also then waves.
Oh, thank you, Harlan.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
Yup.
Motherfucker.
The journey goes faster with conversation. Durs calls out to him.
I mean, do you wait for him to catch up?
I assumed we were at an oasis. Are we not? Did we
No,
not
no.
stop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So the plan. Do you want to stop at a rest stop, or do you want to stop in between so that you will not be quote unquote interrupted?
Oh, we can stop in between.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stop in between. If this turns bloody, I don't want guards getting in my way.
And he just
I like the way you think.
so like like he starts walking near your little company. What do you say?
How to do oasis, huh?
That I am.
Hmm.
Not too many places to go in District 2.
No. You following us, friend?
Can't say that I am. I think it's more likely that you and I are just headed to the same place.
Interesting. I caught sight of you back before we set out.
Oh,
So I was curious.
really?
Mm-hmm.
He removes the hood to unveil an outrageous top hat. Give me a delicious sense motive roll.
Gladly.
Yummy.
Harlan grins and goes, "Love the hat."
Oh, thank you.
Oh, not catastrophic for Cass.
I say that's very good for Cass.
Honestly, none of you can tell. I could be pulling the biggest red herring on you guys of all time. I would never do that, though. Right?
No, never.
Never.
You'd have no reason to,
No.
right?
Right.
Does
He
it look like this guy's armed?
he is a human. I mean, he's got a walking stick.
You seem to move really fast. It's strange how you're keeping up with us.
Is it? Helgak aren't that quick, you know.
Mm.
And if you get them to hurry up, you're liable to knock out anybody in your wake. With the scent, I mean.
Yes, they don't smell the best.
No. I understand that it's something called methane.
Yeah, that's right.
So what's taking you to Oasis? I'm
Business.
going for the orgies.
Well, there's something for everyone. I'm on business.
And
Harlan takes a drink from his flask and offers it to the mysterious stranger.
He takes it and smells it. Ah, sorry, my friend. I'm in no condition to become intoxicated.
Fair enough.
Harlan's always intoxicated. That's a secret.
That's my secret.
You get a good baseline at the start of the day.
That's my secret.
Just keep it going.
Harlan,
Is
how
there-
do you shoot with such accuracy? That's my secret. I'm always drunk.
Isn't any hour a happy hour?
5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
so, I mean, not that you'd answer this question if it was yes, but does your business involve us?
No, absolutely not. I don't even know who you all are.
Hmm.
Give me some more of those delicious sense motives.
Actually, I'd
Wasted-
like to do
wasted a good
something
roll.
else.
What was that, Meredith?
Actually, I think I'd like to do something else.
Oh, that's right. You
Fun
can do
check.
that now, can't you?
Yeah.
This says why? Why did I get the
Holy fuck!
That was
I rolled
a
a
great
19.
roll.
I rolled a 19, okay?
If you get someone to tell enough lies, eventually you may determine which are false and which are true.
I rolled an
Pitch.
18.
Pitch, do you want tea, sweetie?
Sure.
Okay. You're regular?
Catch, please. Yeah.
You got it.
So Meredith, what are you doing instead?
Meredith would like to make either a bluff or sleight of hand, or both, to try to disguise a casting of Discern Lies as her fumbling with something on the Helgak and cursing an infernal.
Make a beautiful bluff roll.
Sweet.
Oh, dear
That
God.
is quite good. That's a 29 bluff.
You do a very good job at confusing your spell casting. Unfortunately, your Discern Lies spell reveals an utterly inscrutable aura in the target.
Oh boy.
It's almost as if this man has no aura at all. You would sooner assume that he was an object than a human being.
Interesting.
He's got
Um,
detection.
I'm gonna
So,
keep the concentration on the spell up for the equivalent of 8 rounds.
Right. Fuck. This is so funny. But Derzul, you're able to determine. Let me see how much information you can glean. Who? I need a hunch. Okay. It's difficult to determine whether he is lying or not because his statement is so plausible.
Mm-hmm.
But based on how he has answered previously and what has been going on, that plausibility is being strained a lot. This is either the greatest coincidence ever, or this guy is not being upfront and honest about something. But at the same time, the law is on his side.
so is this about the I don't even know who you are? As
Yes.
in, like,
Specifically,
he
like,
might-
I don't... Right, yeah, like, he might know
he might
who
have
you are.
business. Well, no, like he might have business in Oasis, and he might have it might have like whatever to like. It might not have anything to do with us, but like he should know who we are because we went into that like towns meeting and
Yeah,
like made a fuss. Like everybody in fucking Sanctuary should know. at this point.
Right, like you guys were in the papers. Mysterious foreigners deny claim of the Golden Cloak or whatever they were called.
Yeah.
Is that so? Durst says to this guy, just straight-faced, all congeniality having dropped away.
That it is.
Harlan kind of tips his hat and goes, "Well, I'm Harlan. What can we call you?"
A pleasure to meet you. My name is Gaius.
Pleasure to meet you.
It's still a long road to Oasis. We might as well share it if you can keep up.
Fortunately, my business is a bit on the private side, but I think I'll see you there.
We'll see you there.
Good luck to you.
Good fortune. We could all use a bit of good fortune.
So, Reynold, would you say that the man in black fled across the desert and the gunslinger followed?
Ah, this is a distinct possibility. One might go so far to say.
We should definitely let him progress a little bit.
Yeah.
Say he puts his hood
Before
back
us.
up and it miraculously covers his top hat.
Need me one of those.
Extra
The hood,
dimensional
not the-
robes. Don't leave home without them.
Right? Probably keeps him nice and cool.
You got all your limbs in a different dimension.
Yeah, there might be something to that. I've never been so tempted to crawl inside a bag of holding. Ugh.
It's weird. Being in a bag of
Nerd,
holding
if
is
there
like-
ain't any air in there.
I could hold my breath.
For how long?
Just for a few, like a minute.
Well, no, a bag of holding has enough oxygen to sustain a medium-sized creature for 1 hour. Ambiently.
We could take turns.
I don't have knowledge arcana.
But also,
So Meredith is guessing
the-
and being exaggerant.
the trick in being in a bag of holding is like you're living in a world of curtains. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know if any of you have ever been on stage and been like caught behind a curtain.
Yes.
Just
Twin
it's
Peaks.
all curtains. It's everywhere.
Like a really heavy duty like stage
Yes.
curtain?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Like it's not just like it's not yeah, and like
It's not like window curtains. It's like they're like you have to use machines to move them.
yes,
The
like,
worst
this
kind
is,
of sensory deprivation.
This is like ropes and pulleys opening these curtains. I hope you're not claustrophobic. For whatever reason, they just seem to engulf you.
I'm not actually, but that might be a good way to become.
And I mean, there's always the option to cut your way out, but then there's no telling where you'll end up.
Why do you become?
Why do you become?
Return to monkey.
Return to become crab. Anyway, so you guys are out on the rope and get viciously assaulted by trash crabs. No, fuck that.
Son of a bitch!
Oh no, I'm a dumb cunt who deleted some tabs you shouldn't have deleted. That's okay.
Control Shift T.
Yep. I was about to say, I can resurrect these tabs. Rise from your tomb.
Come to me, my
Rise
minion.
and live again!
Welcome to the Oasis.
1v1 me on Rust.
Dear.
Oh, Rust.
So it's got windmills and sheet steel shanties.
Yep. It's much improved since you last were here. There's no
Hardly what
longer
I call
sewage
them.
running in the streets.
Always an improvement.
So here's a question.
Shoot.
I don't think Meredith and Cass have been here.
Nope.
Yeah.
You guys don't know a fucking thing.
That was certainly not allowed.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think that Cass headed for the wall when she ran away, so she wouldn't have wandered through here, I don't
No,
think.
this is the exact opposite direction of where you would have wanted to go.
Yeah.
So, set the scene for
Uh,
us as we're approaching this on the distance.
So you guys are approaching the gate, which is a bus a la Mad Max. Like
Dope.
they start it up and move it out of the way, and then the rest of you walk through. The guards are shockingly similar to those in Sanctuary, except like their armor is mostly made out of scrap, and their weapons are like pipe rifles.
Okay.
But I mean, like, hey man, a pipe rifle shoots lead. Harlan,
Can you eat a face full of lead? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Harlan, you've seen
Would you
too
like to
many
find
men
out?
in District 4 get killed by pipe rifles. or pipe pistols. Just like, alright, so we took this thingy, we buy standard bullets, but we don't have enough money to buy an actual gun. So we just take this pipe, we got this thing that hits the percussion cap of the bullet, and we got a handle and a trigger that pushes the cap in. You have to reload in between every shot, but it'll put a hole in somebody.
And if it misfires,
Usually,
you might lose your hand.
Oh, yeah, no, that's... I mean, just, like, don't hold on to the gun too tightly.
I imagine that Harlan has seen more people be injured and killed through self-inflicted injuries with pipe rifles than, like, who you're trying to fight.
I could be surprised. If you have any idea of what you're building, then it probably won't kill you.
If you have any idea what you're building. That's a kicker.
That is the kicker, yes. But, like...
And of course, there are people who use cast iron who are just so surprised when it comes apart at the seam. Like a zipper.
Like, this is what they got. Like, yep. That's a gun, all right. It fires a single shot, and then you have to reload it, but yeah, that's a gun. Let me see if I can find a pipe rifle.
Certainly could by looking up Fallout 4.
Yeah, but I don't want, like, something that trashy. I think this is about as good as it's gonna get. No, that's also Fallout 4. Fuck off, Fallout. I don't need to. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. It's also a Fallout 4 mod, but hey, it's better. It's better than like what they provide in the base game. But like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you just slide the little section open there. You plug a bullet in. You close it up. You fire, and then if you want to fire again, you put another one on the slide. What could possibly go wrong?
Hmm.
I was about to say, then there's, like, this crazy thing.
I'm about to say, and there's no weapon standardization between these guys. I'm about to say, and then you've got that.
There's no screws or anything holding any of these guns together. It's like duct tape and fucking
Wishes.
bigger pipes and smaller pipes hooking together.
Yeah, just put it together. Don't be a poos.
Why can't people learn how to use bows?
No, this new thing comes on the market and everyone thinks it's more efficient.
But also,
And sure, you can use it to punch through armor and...
I mean, it's basically a bow. You just have to. It's just less effort actually wielding it. Like you'd still have to, like essentially put the arrow in, but like all
They're
you have to do
noisy
is
and
pull that trigger.
actually more effort.
They're noisy and smelly. They're harder to reload.
And if you factor in the amount of machining that it takes to supply them with ammunition and upgrades, far more work than a bow.
joke's on you. We ain't upgrading shit over here.
They're probably not maintaining it either. They're probably just gonna get a new one.
And they probably maintain it with spit and grease. What I'm saying is, you probably don't want to actually touch any of these weapons. Wash your
Least
hands.
of all if you got an
often.
open wound.
Okay, I guess we need to figure out where the people who lead this place might hang out. I guess we could just ask somebody.
All these buildings look the same to me. Is there anyone that's less covered in rust?
No. Nope.
Do you think that the rust might be a status symbol?
It's a sign of venerability. I mean, like, you can always ask a guard. Classic.
Maybe it's to reduce the reflective stuff. I mean, I can imagine midday sun. If you're dealing with brightly polished metal, it's going to be really shiny.
An interesting theory.
I mean, because there's not enough moisture out here for it to be really rusty, unless they want it to be.
Unless you're sweating in it.
True.
We will stable our Helgak and look for lodging, because I assume that 18-hour journey puts us in at like night.
Yes. You find a little tavern by the name of the Helgak's Head.
Perfect.
At least this place seems a little more real than Sanctuary.
Sanctuary is plenty real. At least it's temperature controlled.
I hate to suggest this, but I think we should stay as close as possible and maybe have someone keep watch.
That's not a bad idea.
I think that's
I
I
fine.
look around. Do I see our friend?
You do not. Give me a delicious perception roll, actually.
Probably not. 14.
Well, perhaps he was being honest. There's no sign of him.
He doesn't actually need to walk into the bar. He just needs to see us go into it. Oh, boy.
One, two, three.
Jazul, I hate to say this, but I think the odds of finding a good orgy here are going down pretty fast.
I don't think he's back yet.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. You can deliver the sad news to him later.
So quick to lose hope.
So the inn is a 2-story sheet metal shack with a small fenced-in yard. Accommodations consist of several large rooms with beds and feather mattresses. The innkeeper is a short female gnome named Eged. She has cotton candy hair.
White cotton candy or pink cotton candy?
Yes.
Like multicolored and
Like
big
it's
and
got
fluffy.
it's got a swirl.
Fucking gnomes, man.
Like a Megamind swirl.
Yes.
Perfect.
It is a full house tonight. There are 8 other entities in attendance.
This is basically like a
what's on the
military.
menu?
What was that question, Harlan?
What's on the menu?
Drinks consist of mead, beer, bitters, and ciders, and meals consist of vegetable stew, partridge, and trash crab. Oh, and cabbage. So much fucking cabbage.
This place stinks.
Oh,
When in Rome.
this place is lousy with cabbage.
Well, it's certainly earned its name.
Oh, you know what? Add Everclear to the list of available beverages.
Oh, is that water? No,
No.
it's
That is not water.
doubles as a cleaning fluid.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Everclear. Holy shit. Flavor
Everclear and I had some
neutral,
times.
contains no flavoring. Freezing point, negative 173 degrees.
Yup.
Holy shit.
No, you aren't supposed to drink Everclear straight. If you do, you have reached depths of self-hatred rarely plumbed by man.
Oh, yeah, no. I feel like this is something I feel like you mix this with alcoholic beverages like you mix fucking ghost peppers in with food. Like
You put it into jungle juice to get fucked up at parties, okay?
jungle juice.
Oh, are you not familiar with the term?
No, please enlighten me as to jungle juice.
Oh, Reynolds, you're
Ima-
gonna learn today.
It's just a hodgepodge of like alcohol and punch poured into the same bowl.
It is an
Oh.
improvised
You usually
mix
mix it in
of
a big
liquors.
Tupperware.
You can mix it in a Tupperware if you're classy. I've seen people mix it in like those giant, that the Gatorade containers they pour over coaches' heads in football games. I've seen them do that. Sometimes you can put fresh fruit and ice in it to do like ghetto sangria. But really, you just get the biggest plastic container that you can, and you put shit in it. You put like it's a Franken beverage. You can put like any sorts of fruit juices or like Hawaiian punch. You want to put in like Everclear, some
Right.
kind Sprite. Yep.
No, these people have standards. Oh boy.
Mezcal.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Mezcal.
Pulque and mezcal will definitely be on the table just because you can ferment because they got agave, which means they're going to ferment it.
Does it ferment?
Yes.
Yes.
If you got it, ferment it.
Harlan's gonna have some trash crab and some mezcal, and enjoy himself tonight.
That sounds wonderful, actually. Out of party funds, 2 rooms?
2 rooms. So that's all gonna come to if everybody grabs a meal and 2 rooms, that's gonna come to 3 silver pieces.
Okay, done.
Property value is low as fuck. And the trash crab is pretty good. It's got a weird aftertaste and a sort of rubbery texture, but you put some pepper on it and it's fine.
Not much butter in Oasis, I imagine.
I imagine there's camel butter.
Yeah.
Speaking of camel butter, did you know that you can make cheese out of whale milk?
That makes sense.
I thought whale milk was like the consistency of cottage cheese to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 100% pure fat.
So the thing about camel milk is that it also doesn't it turns into yogurt well, but not butter or cheese or like any solid forms. There's like the nutrients are wrong to like solidify.
Are we still sleeping in shifts in these 2 rooms? Like,
Yes.
How do you
five
milk
of
an
us,
orca?
We're gonna
Carefully.
split up into like 2, like a group of 2 and a group of 3, and then we're all gonna take shifts or whatever.
Also, upon reading this, I think this is fake.
I think this is fake.
Wasted upon babies, yes.
Ah, yes, the flesh and corpses section.
Try our baby whale meat.
Choose from our selection of exotic flesh, skin, organs, scabs, and other corpse products.
Flesh and corpses.
This is some fucking cruelty squad shit.
Full bacon.
Why did they label it flesh and corpses?
But Som,
Oh no.
Som, do you suggest that you all keep watches?
I thought that was Harlan's idea.
Yeah.
Mary just says, we're in civilization. I don't think you need to do that anymore.
You're not worried about our friend sneaking back up on us?
What's he gonna do?
I don't know, murder us in our sleep?
I'd like to see him try.
I mean, I'd like to see him try too. I'd like to see him coming.
Harlan, you've got to understand. You're a big damn hero now. It takes more than a blade to the heart to kill you.
Actually, I'm pretty sure a blade to the heart would kill me just fine.
You want to put that to the test?
No? I mean, how would you prove that? You stab me in the heart and then, oh, well, look, guess he was right. He did die.
Who are you going to pay the bet to?
Exactly.
Then do it to me.
That's not
He-
fair.
Not in this nice lady's establishment.
Okay, fair enough. We'll take it out in the streets.
I don't like to stab my friends.
Then you yield the position, correct?
Yeah, I guess.
No! That's not how debate works.
That's it, Harlan. You have to go to sleep now. One way or the other.
No nuance whatsoever.
Mary has decreed it. You're not allowed to stay up. You have a bedtime. March up there.
Oh.
I mean, by that logic, Mary, you could just say the world would be so much better off if it were constantly in flames, and say no, it wouldn't be, and say of course it would be. Why don't we douse ourselves in flame, and we will and we'll see who's right. And it's like, no, I don't want to do that, and I win then. That doesn't make any sense. That's not argumentation.
I mean, against your point, and she strips real quick and just like buys a bottle of Everclear and douses herself and lights herself on fire, and she's like, I kind of have a point.
Like,
Look,
And you're
just because
hurting it.
you're impervious, also that's cool and kind of hot. Not like literally, but you know.
Harlan.
How long have you been able to do
Actually,
that?
literally.
And like she is just on fire and like trying not to like touch anything, and she's like, Cass, I hear what you're saying, but you made a very poor rebuttal.
How long have you been able to do that?
Ever since I was born. I used to do it with
thing?
I used to do it with tallow. I used to do this little firebug thing where I just like cover myself in tallow and light it on fire and be like, I'm a firebug. Mom put a stop to that right quick.
Is her flesh burning just not as much as ours would, or is it
No,
No,
completely
it's,
untouched?
it would be like go ahead.
Like
Oh,
a
that's right.
flaming dessert.
Like oil on water, basically.
I forgot how resistance works in Pathfinder. It's gives you-
it's not half damage. It's
Yeah.
there's a certain numerical amount, and if you don't go over it, nothing happens.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep. Forgot about that.
Well, Mary, if you're so opposed to us keeping watch, then you don't have to participate. But
All right, fair enough.
we have free will, so.
Absolutely. Enjoy your sleepless nights. I'm just trying to make a point. I think I can prove it to you otherwise, and all I'm saying, all you have to do is try to stab me in the heart to prove me wrong.
Please don't tempt me.
I'm fighting. You're tempted.
And I resist. Tonight.
Fine.
If you're good at something, don't do it for free.
Make a good point. And then she steps outside, stops, drops, rolls, comes back in, puts her clothes back on.
You might want to invest in some fireproof clothes.
You know, I have been considering such a thing. Oh God, I knew a GM who used to keep separate track of how many hit points every piece of armor someone had.
Including the enemies. Yeah, you mentioned this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, either Sunday or Saturday last week.
Yeah, I mentioned it on Sunday, but I want it here on camera for everyone to hear that this fucking maniac existed, and if you fireballed him or his NPCs, he'd be like, okay, so you've done 31 damage to the armor and 31 damage to the character. Keep going. And he would keep track of how much damage was done to your armor incidentally by spells.
I like to imagine he's got like this massive like detective board that has everyone's armor and all of his NPCs' armor, etc., etc.
Like Always Sunny style.
Right.
Yeah, exactly, literally.
Pepe Sylvia! Pepe Sylvia!
It's one of the annoying things about Elder Scrolls games, at least the early ones, is having to constantly maintain your weapons because they're always kind of
Oh my
eroded.
god, yes.
Well, yeah, that's like that's like half of like why it was unfun is like all the
Smith-
micromanaging.
Smithing. I have to have smithing. I need to have my smith's tools.
Oh, if you don't have master level smithing, then you can't repair hammer your magical equipment. So you have to go to a town and spend an inordinate amount of money to get your absorb health dagger restored.
It's like
Which, like, sure, that's realistic, but is it fun?
And then
I
you
don't
also
fucking
have to
think
go
so.
to you have to spend so much time grinding up your conjuration to be able to fill soul gems, or pay even more money to get your magical weapons refilled at a maid's shop.
and if you don't have Azura's star, you might as well just shoot yourself in the head.
You
Right?
pretty much-
Like if you don't start the game and beeline towards that Daedric artifact, you fucked up.
You're about to say
luck.
you'll never wield a magic weapon as long as you live.
And then the smith,
or
the
you
smithy
will, but it won't
grinding.
be for long.
Yup. I'm so glad that we've progressed as a society to not have weapon degradation in games anymore.
No,
Thank
Listen,
God for Elden.
Listen, Breath of the Wild is fun.
I'm glad you have fun. It would drive me up a fucking wall.
there's a mechanic for that. It's called ammunition.
Yeah, melee weapons don't have that, right?
Well,
They
that's
do
why
in
they're
Breath of
melee
the Wild.
weapons. Anyway.
But how will we prevent people from using them?
But how?
You sound like
So who is keeping what watches in what room?
I'll take first watch in a room with Durs, or I don't know how we're separating the rooms. If Durs and Meredith want to be in one, and I could be in one with Cass and Harlan, or whatever. It's up to everybody else, I guess.
that works.
That works
Okay.
fine.
Alright, so I'll be in first watch with Cass and Harlan, and then
And I'll keep watch with Durs and Mary.
Give me some delicious perception rolls.
Gladly.
can I combine? Can I roll 2 for me and Zadru?
You absolutely
if-
can.
Okay, cool. So here's mine. Oof, Zadru not very good. And
Ooh, no. Zadru decides to take several naps. It's weird. It's strange how he's able to sleep even while you're awake.
but if I'm asleep, he has to wait. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Mhm. That is indeed the confusion. Yes.
Snakes are very good at sleeping.
Meredith, it's bizarre using a spider sense. Just like,
Mhm.
yep, there's a chaos in the air.
We're in a slum town called Oasis. I think there's a little bit of chaos everywhere.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, probably a little coming in from the next room, actually.
A palpable aura of chaos in the shape of a sleeping Cass.
I'm about to say, do
Also,
Cass and Drazul just not take watches? They just fucking crash.
Well, I was going to take a watch.
I'm in
You're
a
not
room with
obligated
Cass.
to.
I'm in a room with Cass and Harlan and Meredith and Drizul together. So
Yep.
me and Meredith are taking first watch. So we're in two. So Cass will take
I'll take
another
2.
watch. Yeah.
But they roll those perception checks, people.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
My God, I love the Pepe Sylvia meme. It's so good.
So good. So fucking funny.
Carol! There is no Carol in HR.
Yeah. I guess Meredith takes first watch and then no one else does because Durs isn't here and Mary isn't gonna. So.
I'm to look up how exhaustion works.
Oh no.
Exhaustion
I-
gives you a -4 to life,
Okay.
and I think you can only take single actions.
I think it's fatigue before you're exhausted. So
Well, it
Mhm.
is fatigue before exhaustion. And fatigue is just a -2 to life. And doing anything else that
Can't run or charge and takes a -2 penalty to strength and dexterity.
I know fatigue.
don't we all? And exhausted is a -6 to strength and dexterity.
But after you take a nap for an hour, you become fatigued.
Right. So you will
So
only
you
be
can take-
fatigued.
You could take a cat nap, but
Yep.
like at dawn or whatever.
You're like a college student who's running off of 3 hours of sleep and 4 cups of coffee. Yes, you are awake. Yes, there are many things that you can do. And there are some things which you may not.
Just kick Dejul until he wakes up.
I would,
The
but I
issue
don't
is
think Leaf is back.
yeah, the issue is that he's not physically in here right
But
now.
also, I don't think you could kick Derzul to wake him up.
Oh, I got a spike through my foot. Oh,
Have to just repeatedly hit him with a broom. And even then.
Poke Drizul with a 10-foot pole.
Ooh.
are Mary and no, sorry, are Dejul and Meredith somehow fucking somewhere I'm missing? I just asked that of Harlan as Harlan's trying to sleep.
Hey, Harlan.
Harlan rolls over. It's like,
I mean, I haven't caught them actually fucking, but they act like they're fucking sometimes, right?
I mean, yeah, but
And I don't really want to see that.
I feel like it's one of those things that they thought about, but then they're like, it would be weird, and decided not to.
Is either one of them fucking Mary?
I don't think so. Because I feel like Mary would be kind of a smug cunt about it. But, like, in her own way, you know?
Her smug cuntish way. Yep.
Exactly.
So, Harlan, you're having this conversation.
Speaking of smug cunts.
Where is this man at?
Across the street, in another building, he is watching your resting place through a window.
Who sees this?
Harlan sees this.
Okay.
Looks like our friend's back.
When you see him, his head tilts like fucking Michael Myers from Halloween.
I don't like that image.
Like to the side?
Right, yeah, just like a tilt, like, what is this creature that I am witnessing right now?
Like a cat looking at something strange.
Right,
Or
like, is this a human being? Those creatures that I have heard of. Fucking pyro style, fucking light up a sniper, tilt. What is it that I am seeing?
Oh, good goddamn.
Yep, that's the one. Except a person is, what is ostensibly a person, is doing it in reaction to another person.
and is more menacing because he's wearing a hood.
How far away is this window?
So it would be about 40 feet across the street.
Do you wake do you like alert the rest of us in the room, Harlan? Or no?
So let me just look at the room assignments again. Okay. Yes. Looks
This
like
is
our
when
friends.
this is on Cass's watch when she kind of nudged Harlan, and then Harlan saw this through the window, right?
Yep.
Right, like
Yeah,
Harlan
he's like
woke up
rubbing
and
sleep out of his eyes and looking around. Like, I feel like when we catch sight of this guy, like, even though we roll really good on perception, it's like purely accidental that we happen to spot him.
Yes, based on what he has been rolling and what you have been rolling, you've been barely catching him under 5 digits.
Nice.
I kind of want to moan him, you know?
I don't want what him?
Moan him!
Oh, moon him. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So
Cass is just trying to figure out. I could probably get across the street really fast.
well, I can if his room is 40 feet away, I can cast insect spies in his room. Like I can like it's a like the range is 45 feet right now. So I can actually cast a spell. Like cast that into his room.
When
Right.
Hmm.
when Harlan tells me, I would probably whack Psalm's foot.
Huh? What's that?
I just jerk my head in the direction of the window.
And he's still in that room. He's just like watching us.
Mm-hmm.
Is he in a room or is he outside?
He is in the room, looking out the window, looking in your window.
Uh, can I cast a bug in there
You
and then
absolutely can.
okay, and then I want to tell it to just like hook on his coat or something, like just to like follow him, like give me updates of like what he's doing or whatever. I think they might have to come back actually.
I'm about to say,
I was
I
about to say, is
think
it
the issue
telepathic?
is that they have to physically move. What's the name
Oh,
of the
they have
spell
to like.
exactly?
I'll link it to
Insect
you.
spies.
It says it has a range of 45 feet, so I thought I could have just like sent it.
Well, yeah, you can inspire an insect in his room to
Oh, I
awake
summoned
him.
one.
Yeah.
But
It
you
says
summon
Oh, yeah.
beetles.
You can. Okay, so you can summon it in there, and then it has to fly back out to tell you what it's seen.
right.
But otherwise, you'll be able to keep eyes on him for an hour and 30 minutes.
Sweet.
Does Sam tell us that's what he's doing?
Yeah. I want so when I'm so also when I as part of like the cast like for the instruction I want to tell this thing this insect that if this guy gets within like if this guy crosses the street or like enters the building that we're in, I want the bug to come back to me and tell me.
You got it, Hoss.
Uh,
Because Sam is doing this, I will not moon the stranger. I will do my best to not give much indication that I've seen him.
You mean that delicious bluff roll?
Like, I imagine he definitely startled when he saw him. Let's
I will use my sisterly psychic bond with Meredith.
18.
18. It's one of your better passing off performances, but Harlan, you were never really good at not seeming interested in someone. You're a little too obvious in that way.
Yeah.
Fucking Sorry, somebody sent me a TikTok the other day that was just like, "Hey man, you're really good with women. What's your secret?" When I approach them, I'm thinking about dicks. What?
Oh my god, I love this guy.
Right, it's pretty good. He's just like, "What? Come on, approach me like I'm a woman." He's like, "Hey, how's it going?" No, you see, you're too desperate. You seem like you want it too much. Now come at me thinking about dicks. And he's just like, "Hey man, what's going on?" And he's like, you see? Did you hear that? Did you hear that in your voice? It came off so natural. What were you thinking about?" "I was thinking about dicks."
There it is.
Andrew Rousseau is a
Secret.
fucking genius. I love that man.
It was real good.
Harlan has not yet learned the trick of thinking about dicks.
No, absolutely not. That's just beyond his little baby brain.
You're an old dog too.
Right? It's a hell of a new trick to learn.
Just out of curiosity, is their room? Which side of us is their room on? Do we share a wall?
What do you mean?
Do we share a wall?
The two
Like-
of you? Yeah, the two of your group share a wall.
Right. So from where I am, I'm just going to sort of knock a few times on the wall between the rooms.
Well, so did Meredith take the first watch
Yes.
on her side? Okay, yes.
Took the first watch, and if this is second watch time, she's taken that too.
Right. It's just...
I've
Or
already.
and if it's the third watch, he's taking that too.
Please no.
There is, in the Order of the Stick board game, Roy Greenhilt gets an ability that makes it so he doesn't become vulnerable while resting because he just pulls an all-nighter every night. It's like, okay, all right, I'll take a watch. Well, Varsuvius can't take a watch because he needs to restore his... I'm sorry, they need to restore their spells. And Durkon can't take a watch because they also need to restore their spells. Well, Elin could take a watch. No, he's too stupid. He'll just let the bad guys in. Well, Haley could take a watch. No, she'll just take all our money. Bitterleaf could take a watch. No, he'd just kill us. Looks like I'm pulling another all-nighter. The man hasn't slept in days. But yes, Meredith. Cassandra's trying to get your attention. Through the wall.
I'm going to knock on the wall twice, hop out of bed, grab my halberds, try to nudge the other two awake, but honestly, she's pissed at them and is going to exit the room and go to the other room. More than a handful of hours of staring at a wall will breed a little resentment.
You're not wrong. So you go over to their side. Harlan,
Fuck,
Cass,
good time.
Psalm.
We have an observer.
Peeping Tom, if you will.
Oh, great.
An old friend.
Hasn't made any sort of other move. She's going to go inside, close the door behind her as quiet as she can.
He's
I tell her
being
about
obvious.
I tell her about my insect spy and what he's gonna do if basically he's gotta, if he enters the building, he's gonna trigger my bug to come and alert us.
Mary, you look like shit.
It's not the most comfortable bed situation.
It certainly doesn't help that Mary and Dirzul both snore. Big snore!
It's like I'm sitting inside of an engine trying to concentrate.
Well, you decided to sleep with them. I purr in my fucking sleep. Huh.
I mean, you can come bunk with us.
He doesn't purr.
Tempting.
Well, if they're not gonna keep watch anyway, I don't see what sense it is to keep you guys up or keep you up. So
Yeah, no, that's yep. I'd much rather just sleep on the floor in here. I have made decisions tonight. If they want to make a big statement about whether or not they can die from a single stab to the heart, then I think I'm going to just let them do it.
The night rolls
Or
on.
am I being paranoid?
I don't know. My guess is this guy's looking to report back to his superiors on our movements here.
When the spell ends and my bug comes back, does he end up doing anything?
No.
He just sat there the entire hour and a half
Uh-huh.
watching us.
Yep. You would assume that he was dead if he hadn't tilted his head when he became aware that you were watching him watching you. Because I've never pulled the decoy trick before.
No, noticing me, noticing you.
Sweet
Sweet
Caroline!
Caroline.
Ba-da-ba!
Does any other song make white people go so feral?
I don't think so, no.
What's the other one that's like a trend to do in like college dorms where you like put a radio down and then you like is that still Sweet Caroline or is that
Yeah, it might be
a
that
different one?
Either
Does
that or Bohemian Rhapsody.
I was thinking
It's like a
the
similar
Harlem
effect.
Shake, but that might be a little outdated.
It's like a
outdated.
similar thing where they like
It's an old meme, old man.
they put the
I know what I
radio
mean, but it
down
checks
and
out.
then they wait for the knock and then they knock on everybody's door really loud and then run and then leave the radio there playing.
That's extremely funny. I like that.
That's a fun prank. That's the kind of pranks that pranks should be.
Agreed.
Silly and good natured.
Confused.
There's something about the situation that
confused.
reminds me of the original Fright Night.
Baby, get up here. Stop grabbing my arm.
He needs love.
No climb, only grab.
He just wants to lick my fingers so that I can groom him, which is honestly very, very cute.
Is it Lulu? Is it
It
Lulu
is
doing that?
Lulu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I had to step away. I haven't talked to my brother in like 2 months, and he called me. So.
that
No,
is
it's fine.
totally fine. I left you to die in a motel room.
Oh, good.
I mean,
Yeah, right.
You have some alone time with Mary.
let's say you have some alone time with Mary. She is asleep,
Alone time, you say?
hornless and hairless.
So I have a +9 to perform seduction.
Ah!
Mary says,
Apparently
So
she's
is
snoring.
Jazul going to the Kevin Spacey School of Seduction here, or
Oh no!
Like,
Oh,
No. Actual seduction.
best
just
case
curious.
scenario, she boops you on the nose and says you're cute. Not like physically, but like emotionally. And then rolls over and goes back to bed.
That's fine. She'll get the DERS eventually.
There you go, on the back of my chair. There you go.
That's what we're calling it. It's like getting the D.
Oh
getting
my
the
God, you
D's.
really...
Or...
getting the deed sounds an awful lot like a sexually transmitted disease, actually.
Don't worry, you can't get cancer that way.
Oh,
The-
God.
Got the
The
D.
cancer is the only thing not contagious about me.
He'll tell you,
Look,
Jazul's zygotes
look.
are so heavily damaged, you can't interbreed with anything.
Truly,
there is no chance of pregnancy while sleeping with me, ladies.
And all of a sudden, you have as many as you can carry.
Fucking Witcher style. Wait, you mean you can't get me pregnant? Nope. And you
Nope.
can't carry venereal disease. It's literally impossible.
Correct.
And my pants are already off.
Victory.
Come
It doesn't
inside.
matter
one
that I
down-
look fucked up.
Would you
The
like
one
to spend
downside-
the night alone? No? Come inside.
That's
The
the one
one downside covered in spikes.
Yeah, but that's really just spots to hold on.
Yep.
Yeah.
They make excellent handles.
And
I've
if
got
you-
them
and if
all
they-
over.
And if they tear off, then whatever, they'll go back.
Yep, I'll just grow another one. No worries.
Ribs
Spikes
go
go
back.
back.
No, say that.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
For every spike removed, 4 more grow in its place.
Now, of course, Meredith is in the Spike Envy category, and she's getting adamantine ones.
Yeah, she sure
Yeah.
is.
Well, I mean, we can't all be naturally beautiful, Terzul would say with a straight face.
Traditional for the Hell Knights of the Order of the Scourge.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, Derzul, you missed a fucking brutal MMA fight last session.
This is what I heard.
It was awesome.
Well,
Honestly, so good.
Are we on break right now? Did I come
Mhm.
back in the middle of break?
Oh no, we were just
No,
No,
trying to figure out what
kinda
to do
friend,
with this
trying to
asshole.
proceed.
Our best friend from the road and from Sanctuary is watching us from the fucking building across the way, like fucking Michael Myers.
Oh, good.
he did the head tilt.
He did the
I
head
was
tilt.
afraid.
There is a certain
You wanted to
level of
moon him.
there's a certain level of curiosity in his mannerisms.
well,
Hmm.
I'm gonna finish up my watch, and I'll keep an eye on him. But I mean, we have a choice. We can go over there and kick his ass because
Tempting.
I kind of feel like
Or we get our ass kicked.
eh, whatever. Or we can just go about our business and keep an eye on him. I mean, frankly, as long as he's in that window, he's not somewhere else that we can't see him.
Is would a spy who's working for anyone, um, like Niam Misa or Connor, would those spies be as obvious as he's being right now?
Mm,
Well, it's not a matter of obvious. It's like he got caught. Hiding makes him look more suspicious.
Can I make some sort of sense motive check at like a penalty to try to guess whether Niamisa would order something like that?
Sense motive won't help you here. Give me a knowledge local.
Can do. 14 plus 6 is a flaccid 20.
The Black Hand has no influence in District 2. It's something Niamisa laments. You've heard her and her sister complain about it too many times.
If it's someone working for Niamisa, then he's very, very far away from his handler.
Like, the line that comes to mind is Grima Wormtongue saying, "But my lord, there is no such force." Except
10,000 ducks appear.
Well, instead, they look over Orthonk and there's just nothing.
There's just nothing.
There's
It's
just
like an
nothing.
empty, hollowed out pit.
Right, just like, yes, we'll have to work on that.
So my magic is pretty limited to certain things. I know that some people can sense magic and like magical auras on things. Can you do that?
I can detect magic on this guy.
Well, I mean, detect magic in here. I mean, I'm kind of wondering if he's
Well, it
listening
says
in or.
within 60 feet, so
Yeah.
I can detect him because he's 40 feet, right?
Mhm.
So
Do you cast detect magic and scrutinize his aura?
yeah, I'll do that.
He has an aura of enchantment. That doesn't make any sense. That's not what the fuck. That's not how that works. But that's what
And you
you're
said
getting.
earlier. You
He
said
had no
earlier
aura
that
at all.
he
Yes.
that his like if you didn't know any better, you would think he was an object.
That is correct.
Can I knowledge engineering to see if he is an object?
You may.
And the longer, because this says it gets like better and better the longer I study it with detect magic. Like that's all I get.
Yeah,
As far
that's the third stage. The third stage is the school of magic in the aura.
Gotcha. Okay.
Could
Like
this be a decoy?
the first round is it magic? Yes or no? If yes, stage 2. How powerful is this magic? Yeah, kind of powerful. Stage 3, what school of magic is it? Enchantment, which tells you basically nothing.
Could this be a
Right, like
decoy?
that's so broad.
Like
What kind of knowledge would I need to roll to find out details about this creature's abilities and weaknesses?
I mean, you'd have to
Through
figure out what it was first.
well, I have monster lore through my Inquisitor.
Oh, I mean,
Inquisitors have monster lore, so
it looked like a person. You know of no monsters who have such abilities. Except
wait,
for
what
like
is this?
maybe like a doppelganger, but like this, that doesn't fit.
Are we even sure this is the same being that we encountered on the road? Could it be a decoy or someone else that's being put there to distract us?
You do not indeed know if it's in fact the same guy.
I mean, if you say you're seeing an aura of enchantment, could it be someone that's been just posted there under some sort of spell in a fucking hood to distract our attention?
Well, it did.
I'm about to say, to Harlan's role, Harlan, there are rumors abound that Connor has been able to create synthetic people that are able to infiltrate as human beings. But there is no hard and fast evidence to corroborate that. But that's the
I heard
only
rumors
way.
that there could be people that are, made up synthetic. That would explain why his aura is so fucking weird.
I'm about to say that would explain a weird aura, but like technically a synthetic person would have the same aura as a normal human being, or no aura at
Theoretically.
all. But now he's enchantment, which is. Hold on.
If someone is enchanted,
Yeah, if they're under a
Like-
charm spell.
Right.
yeah,
But this isn't.
this isn't that.
No, he is not enchanted. He is enchantment.
Mm.
Like if you looked at a magical object, like a magic weapon, its aura is enchantment because magic weapon is an enchantment spell.
Gotcha.
That's why saying the school of magic and sorceling the item is
So, like-
enchantment is the most useless thing to say.
So if he was enchanted, he wouldn't admit an enchanted or an enchantment aura.
No.
Like he
Unless
would
it was
just
a
like,
Not
very
necessarily.
powerful enchantment.
right.
Yeah,
He
And
would
even
just like
so,
admit
you'd be
nothing
able
at
to
all.
tell. Yeah, you'd be able to tell the difference. Like if you were like, oh, this guy has an enchantment aura. He's clearly under some sort of control. This is like, nope, he is an enchantment, which is like, what?
Have you ever seen a golem?
It's like having an incorrectly conjugated verb in a sentence is what you're
Exactly.
magically observing.
And like, I don't know if golems project magical auras.
I think they do.
Like they might not via their magic community, but they might. I don't know.
Well, like he might be able to be like, is that a magic? Like, is that a golem? And detect magic might be like, yes. Golem energy.
Big golem energy.
That'd be a combination of
energy.
detect magic and probably knowledge arcane.
Okay.
I would guess.
So, so you can detect magic on a golem. The schools of magic you would see on like a flesh golem, for instance, would be enchantment, transmutation, and necromancy. But for the most part, if you were detecting magic on a golem, you would mostly see enchantment magic.
And that's all. Like, I don't see anything else on
Yeah,
this
you
guy.
don't see anything else. So if
Okay.
he is a construct, it's a purely enchantment-based construct.
Which would mean
Sunset is purple here. It's really pretty.
But then that creates other problems because, like, if it was a golem, like, it wouldn't be able to like communicate.
right, and it's not a golem because if it was like a flesh golem, like or like anything, like there would be that trace of like necromancy or whatever the fuck else it would be made out of.
Exactly. And like the only intelligent golem there has ever been is Connor.
Right, the other ones have to be like puppeteered almost.
Yes. About to say you can ride a golem like what's that sci-fi movie where people just walk around in robot bodies that they control in VR because it's
Pacific Rim.
No,
it's
you
similar
mean the
concept.
Bruce Willis was
Yeah.
the detective or something?
Yeah, it's a very shitty Bruce Willis movie.
Synthetics
It's
or
like
something?
proxy. You know what? Proxy.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
proxy. So like you can proxy a golem, but that's very different. But yeah, as so far, the only way you could get a golem to act like a people is to proxy the golem, where you need to have a human being, like, piloting it at all times.
Right.
Well, how about we do this? We're not getting anywhere here puzzling it over. Meredith, you want to stay with us? We'll take turns. We'll all keep an eye on him. But I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. I think he's just reporting back to whoever his master is.
Just knock on the wall again. If it's time for us to start taking heads.
Kicking ass. Sounds
Meredith,
good.
are you planning on staying up all night?
Maybe.
I will put your ass in a chokehold.
I would love to see you try.
I try.
I'm very into watching. Durst says, like, perks up.
Roll that beautiful combat maneuver bonus roll against Meredith's combat maneuver defense.
Oh man.
I'm gonna roll
not
back
a
over and go back to sleep.
19.
My CMD is 20. Cope and seethe, babe.
Oh,
Aw.
you try to get a hold of Meredith, and you get pie-faced. And then she goes into her room.
Nice try.
You better sleep.
All right, Harlan, why don't you go? Why don't you guys go back to sleep? I'll stay on. I'll stay on watch, and
Isn't third
I'll
watch
I'll wake you up before when it's Harlan's turn.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Because you haven't finished yours, I understand.
Anything feel weird, wake us up, okay?
Yep.
Or, weirder.
I mean, yeah. I was about to say feels pretty weird as it is. I try not to just focus on the fucking person in the window and just keep my ears open for anything else that might be going on. Do you need another perception roll, or is that am I good from the last one?
You can roll it.
What? No, let's not roll it on the die tray. Too many dice. That's better.
I always feel the bitter sting of irony when my dice tray is too full of dice to roll a die.
Yeah. It's like I can't get my die to settle.
You notice no other threatening behavior.
I nudge. It's Harlan's watch, right?
I think
Yeah, I
so.
did the first one.
No, Harlan went first.
Oh yeah, because he's the one that spotted our friend.
Yes.
No, but Harlan was being bothered by Cass. That's the only reason why Harlan was up.
Bother.
I mean, I'll take a watch. I don't care.
You're in the other room.
Oh,
Yeah, Meredith will definitely wake you up for a watch.
it's fine. I'm gonna stare at the man in the other window for my entire watch. Just stare.
Nothing happens.
He just sits there.
Uh-huh. He hasn't
Hmm.
even taken a bathroom break.
Interesting.
Or maybe he has.
Fucking
I don't
sniper
think he's
style.
living.
Fucking pissing in a jar, drinking coffee.
While not moving your head or body or betraying any sort of other expression.
Fucking, we have a Girardi master on our hands.
Or a catheter.
Also a possibility.
Wow, I can't believe I can't find a gif of Girardi. But anyway, day dawns on Oasis.
Or maybe he's using a Fremen still suit.
When day dawns and Durs is still staring at that guy, does he leave eventually when day dawns or no?
Yep. Like you blink and you miss it. It's like he was never
Interesting.
there.
Meredith is going to need several cups of the sludge that passes for coffee here.
You are absolutely damn right. It's caffeinated sludge. Slanging
Have to
back.
chew it a little bit.
This is where
Right.
where Salandra learned her taste.
You ain't tasted bitter coffee like an Oasis brew. This is triple distilled brewed coffee. Jesus Christ.
It's impressive how bitter this is. It's clearing my sinuses.
I visualize Oasis as being a combination of Turkish coffee and Russian cigarettes.
Oh,
That'll
man.
put hair on your chest.
We've gone full Gopnik mode.
The person I love Turkish coffee.
Yeah.
Cap, we still need to get a espresso machine.
Funny you say that. I talked to Noah about it at the food crimes party.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a very cute 2-cup one.
Hmm.
I'm a lazy bastard and have an espresso. It's a lot less work. Saying as someone who for years ground beans and like did a lot of stuff.
You just got tired of the grind.
Right.
DM, please mute Cap.
Please make what?
Mute.
Please
Cap.
mute Cap.
Delete this.
Oh, Cap's in timeout. How was timeout?
Composed and fine.
Relaxing.
What now?
So we didn't move all night?
Nope.
Nope.
Alright then.
I'm guessing construct.
Can we just kill him on the way home?
No. We're not gonna kill this a random person who all he's done is just sit there.
Mary says, unfortunately, peeping is not a crime. And even if it does, murder is not an appropriate punishment.
You're no fun.
As a saint of Marduk, it is my job to poop the party.
As Marduk Ascendant.
As Marduk Ascendant, I gotta poop this party.
Fair enough. So we deal with having a shadow.
Uh-huh. Who knows? Perhaps we can make an advantage out of it yet.
Well, we came here to make a
Spread.
statement to the whatever power governs Oasis.
I was about to say, you still do not know who or what that power is.
All right. So our priorities in town are talk to who's ever in charge. See if we can get them to be on our side. Find someplace decent to drink, dance, get laid, maybe orgy. And maybe do something heroic for money, preferably.
I was about to say, our coffers are getting a little low.
Unfortunately, no war was ever fought for free.
I like the sound of that plan.
And as we execute our plans across Septemport, we're going to need a way to get from place to place, and as attractive as it would be to go gallivanting through sewers and smuggler tunnels below the walls, I would much prefer if we found a way to go over the walls.
Get our own airship.
If we can find one.
If we can afford one.
I was about to
There's
say, maybe
plenty
that's
of
what we should have
crazy
asked for
people in
Grub.
Oasis.
He probably would have come through with that if we don't ask for it.
Oh, jeez. You're bringing up a ship, and I'm having very stupid ideas.
Maybe if we do something nice for Sanctuary, they'll loan us one
A possibility.
indefinitely.
If my impressions of the rumors of the inhabitants of Oasis are correct, there's plenty of crazy people here that would love to get out of the desert. We just need to find the right person that is hungry enough for an adventure, that they overlook our lack of overflowing gold.
Fair enough.
And what would they be doing? Giving us a lift?
Yeah.
But if they're hungry to get out of the desert, how come they're still here if they can give us a lift?
Well, you know,
Probably
there's always a
because they have-
MacGuffin that they're missing. There's always an ionic pulse controller that nobody has, but they know where one person might have it.
In a cave guarded by a giant woolly mammoth thing.
It's funny how that always happens.
What do they even do with that stuff? They don't even have thumbs. And yet,
They just know it's important.
The Jawas took it.
does District 2 still have those like roaming bands of trash sifting nomads?
Oh, absolutely. Like the sand has turned to sand, but the trash is still there. And you never know if you might find buried gold. So to speak, not literal buried gold.
Better than gold.
Better than gold. We're talking discarded black blades, laser weaponry, quote-unquote failed prototypes, and other pieces of industrial espionage sabotage. If you can't beat your opponent, discard their prototype.
That's a form of victory.
Isn't it? And the peak was built on information and backstabbing. In a post-scarcity society, what represents value? Knowledge.
Secrets.
Secrets.
All right. Well, I like the sound of that. We try and find some washed-up pilot with a broken ship that needs repairing, and see where that takes us.
I think you'll fit in here well, Harlan.
Well, our mission's an airship to be exactly who we're looking for.
What I meant is you're better at talking to gutter folk than I am.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to follow your lead and try not to melt into the sand.
I know where it would be a good place to start. The barkeep.
Oh, hell yeah. So you ask, fucking, I was playing Stellaris, and I was talking about a submersible ship, and they were like, ah, yes, submersive and breathable. And I was like, motherfucker.
Subversive and breathable.
I don't know
Oh, that's good.
I don't know what to say about this ship, but I want it. Ah, it's submersive and breathable. Son of a bitch! Which was
that's
only
good.
better because their screen name was Hey Would Ya Blow Me. Fucking they got me. They got me so good. Anyway, so you ask you chat up Agid for a little while. What do you ask her?
We've been looking for an old colleague, somebody, got an old airship running around. You know anybody like that?
I mean,
A friend of a friend.
I mean, there are certainly people here and there who are always trying to find or repair an airship or something. You can go to the aviary, and there's no doubt in my mind that you'll find someone with some damn full mission for you. Give me a
Yeah?
beautiful sense motive roll.
You got
On it. I don't know shit. Just kidding.
I also don't know shit. Let's see.
Good
9.
thing you can't critically fail on skill checks. It's a 17.
Don't worry, I got you.
Dear God, fucking Kraken.
Never.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Cass is not gonna post hers.
Back in Evil Game 2, we had a level 20. We were all level 24 by the end of the campaign, but unfortunately, Norman's character was like a paladin of true law, so he only got 2 skill points per level. And he put those into athletics and sense motive. So he's level 24 and he's rolling +3 on perception. I can't see it. What do you mean you can't see it? I can't see shit, Captain. Meredith.
Yeah.
There's something big stewing in Oasis. Maybe bigger than you can take advantage of. But it would perhaps be unwise for her to speak openly about it. Or speak privately about it. But like her reaction is like, oh yeah, sure. No, there's a lot of things you can do. There are places and people, lots of ships all around. Just, stop talking to me about it.
Appreciate the lead. And Harlan puts a gold in the tip jar and slugs back some paste coffee.
It's good for you. It'll put hair on your chest.
You just gotta filter it through your teeth.
Is there I know there's no skill specifically for it, but is there a gather information
That's
thing?
diplomacy. You can just roll diplomacy to just sort of like spend an hour shaking the hornet's nest, so to speak. Or shaking the apple tree, see what falls out.
Can I
Okay.
try I tried to aid diplomacy by looking intimidating
I
and
was about
like
to say you can
better-
also intimidate and do
Like,
a
I just-
citywide shakedown.
I just kind of want to look like you can deal with them or you can deal with me. Kind of a vibe.
Oh, we're
Like-
we're gonna good cop bad cop this.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards.
Yeah, it's just that actually Cass is better at being bad cop. So
Oh, I don't mind being good cop.
okay,
Let's do it. Good cop and several bad cops.
When the person dressed in all black scale mail is the least scary person talking to you.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
remember what I saw a report about like defying like torture and just like you really don't need torture to get results. There are a lot of like totally common interrogation techniques that like require no torture to get accurate results, and just like there's just the whole thing where he goes on and on about how like, well, you can spend the rest of your life in a cell or you can give me what I want. And it's just like, fuck.
Simple, effective, classic.
Dear Lord.
You forget we're a charisma-based party.
I fucking forgot. So you guys shake down Oasis. You go like you go to the aviary and you're like, someone knows. Somebody's got to spill their guts. It's only a matter of time.
I sort of just visualize. What I'm visualizing is the three of us sort of walking into a place, and Meredith being charming. And
Oh, sorry,
us-
I forgot to put my roll in.
Damn it, Harlan.
and us just sort of being like, making suggestions and implying terrible violence
Oh,
might be occurring.
This isn't a
I love
threat. This is just a possibility.
It's not a threat yet.
Right. And you guys find a particularly venerable junker who spills the beans. You want to know what's going on out here?
Yes.
Yeah, we do, brother.
The mother of all salvage.
Oh.
Is that so?
We're gonna get one over on those chosen bastards. This ain't about war. This ain't about battle. Don't get me wrong. It's about proving that we can do it too. We found it.
Oh, you did.
No?
The dreadnought.
Oh,
I knew.
What?
I heard you saying it before you said it.
My mind's blown. I never would have thought. I forgot that happened over District 2.
You guys just
Yeah.
left it there.
we just fucking left it.
You just fucking left it there.
To be fair, we kind of blew it up a lot.
Oh yeah, no, that thing was fucked up. But if you have 40 years, the ingenuity, the know-how, the elbow grease, and the goddamn determination, you'll get that thing in the fucking air. So for those of you who are not in the know, one of the major like finishing blows that the party landed against Doskius and his dark schemes was his trump card was the Dreadnought. He had a giant flying ship that just had like missiles and laser cannons. The thing was fucking indestructible. And
It's huge.
they infiltrated it with I think it was just like a boring shuttle that just like crashed into it, and they just they sent McCavity, their catfolk thief, to do a sabotage operation. And as they fought Doskius, his daughter, and his other assistants, the sabotage operation was completely successful, and the Dreadnought got fucking exploded, and McCavity died.
Cavity too. Yeah.
He fucking
Yeah.
ate shit.
Yeah, he got fucking pancaked.
Like, well, no,
But
he didn't get pancaked. Even worse, like half of the
he
ship.
got caught in the explosion.
No, even worse. So like half of the ship got broken off the other half of the ship, Titanic style, and they were both like spiraling to the ground. And he was like, "Okay, it's fine. I just need to jump out at the exact right time, and I won't get caught." And he jumped out at the exact wrong time and got caught, and he just got like fucking ripped in half.
But
And
he had
exploded.
he had one of the keys with him. I remember that was he actually salvaged the key as well as blowing up the ship. So
Right. Yes, and that's also how Solandra's grandfather died,
Mm-hmm.
or great grandfather. It's unclear. He was very old. You ever see an 800-year-old elf?
he was uncle.
Oh, right. Yes.
He was mom's brother, older brother.
Very much older.
Um,
What have we been told about that dreadnought, if anything?
Nothing.
well, you've read the book.
Right.
I'm
So
about
it
to
was
say, the only
mentioned in
thing-
Solandra's book.
The only remnants are what's in Solandra's book. And it's just like, yeah, we blew it up. It's fucked. Fucking fission mailed. Mission accomplished. We put the banner on the aircraft character. We won.
Sir, you don't mean to say that you intend for it to fly again?
I mean to say that we intend to do that very
Sounds fucked up, I'm in.
thing.
A slow smile spreads across her face, and she just kind of nods with a look of pride
We
to
prefer,
this gentleman.
lady.
Lady.
We prefer to
Mm.
think of it as a deterrence.
Always better to have a bigger ship.
That's the
It doesn't
plan.
Well armed society is a polite one.
So how can we help?
You'd have to talk to someone from the salvage team. I shouldn't even be talking to you about this, but just the pride, it swells in me heart. I can't leave it up.
We
Mm.
understand. We didn't hear it from you.
Much
Of course not.
obliged.
I didn't even catch your name, so
Best we keep it that way. Just know.
agreed.
Meredith, I remember Mom talking about that chip, and I mean, it's powerful enough that it could do the thing we've been talking about.
We'll
Right.
walk away from the.
No, this is
person who
after
gave us the info.
after we've left. Yeah, this is
Mhm.
Yeah.
just
I don't
aside.
suppose we could use that ship to flatten the fuck out of a certain other object of transport.
That's what I meant.
Mm.
You know, I think it would do the job.
The
I mean-
weapons might not be functional. Let's not put the cart before the Helgak here.
But it's probably not powerful enough to take on Connor directly, from what you guys have told me. So, but that's the train.
book, the history describes the absolutely destructive power of the Death Blossom.
I mean, in its prime, that was the ship that leveled Armstrong to dust.
Pour one out.
Do we want to stop the train? Didn't District 2 say that we were gonna screw over people in 3 and 4 if we stop the train?
We would be messing with their consciences. The people in District 5 don't have much arable farmland. Armstrong has trouble sometimes, depending on the winters. But they're usually managed to pull through. District 3 has a lot of food production. It's the bread belt of Septemport.
Still, he makes a good point. We should only rely on stopping the Moloch Express as a last ditch option. Whether it's implementing the dreadnought or calling on the elves of the wilds. If we stop trade that way, too many people will suffer.
This is the part where helping someone who is aligned towards righteousness gets old very quickly. Durs mumbles.
Sorry, guys.
But let's think for a moment. What need do we have for a train if we have an airship that can carry almost as many goods to the people that need it?
Now you're talking my language. Okay, so we nationalize the dreadnought. We use it as a giant flying transport ship. It becomes not a deterrence against war. It becomes an assuredness of peace. And then we go to the elves and we stop the Moloch Express dead in its tracks.
And we can bring the food to the people we want to have the food in District 5 or District 6. Yeah, wherever Connor is. And make sure Connor's not in charge of distributing it. So he loses his
You can't sell
his
food.
harvest.
You can't sell food when we're just giving it away.
There's a
He would
really
hate that.
There's a really, 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 really massive problem with this plan, guys. How do we get the ship?
I mean, we could
We
ask
beat
the
it, we got to it.
Oasisers for a favor. Well, there's also the question of how do we get it running?
Right. Many, many problems and variables. But that is a pretty good perfect end scenario, I have to say.
Could we somehow convince the people of Oasis that this is the right course to use the ship for?
I honestly don't think it would take much convincing. They'd be heroes.
Yeah, and also they would be one up on Sanctuary. If they could be the ones getting the credit for this, if that lady's what they feel that Sanctuary always steals their thunder, this would be a way of making Sanctuary look small.
Honestly, I think it would be harder to convince Vendrees to keep Sanctuary on a leash and well behaved in response to this.
If they're not well behaved, the dreadnought can be used for other purposes. Drizul says, straight faced.
Mary, you can talk now.
Who, me?
No, I said Mary.
We don't need war. We can kill Connor with peace.
That wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but it's okay. Yeah. Yes. I second that. No bombing Sanctuary.
Only if they decide to.
Maybe the estate though. All right.
I'd like to see them try. They didn't have the weaponry to stop it before, when it was the scourge of the skies. I don't know if, as considering the fall, if they'd have the weaponry to stop it now.
That was the second comment was for Murda.
Oh.
Like the estate, like home.
Maybe if I said please really nicely. Just a tiny little weapons test.
No.
I'm joking. I promise.
Rolled a 25 on bluff. It's a joke. It's a prank, bro. It's a prank.
I choose to fail my bluff check.
We're owl exterminators. Your entire estate is full of them. We have to get rid of them.
I'm sorry, we have to nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
What if we saved our owl exterminators for that?
It's the only way.
Just kidding, unless.
Oh yeah, we're just kidding. It's just a prank. Unless.
Kaboom!
That would be 2 for 2 using owl exterminators for the meme.
I'm
So
just saying. You only get one use, and that would be a good way to make it count.
Okay, so what we're talking about, I guess, then, is diplomacy. Like talking to the leadership of Sanctuary, whoever is on this team.
Leadership of
What?
Oasis.
Mhm.
Oasis. Yep.
I know, wacky. We're gonna talk our way through this. Yeah.
I mean, there is another option, which is we steal it, of course.
An entire dreadnought.
I know. It's
I think you
it's
need
not.
crew a little bigger, but I like Spirit.
I mean, it's just that's probably a little bit more difficult, but it's always possible.
Cass, do you know how to repair a skyship?
No,
Harlan, you don't know how to repair a skyship.
I could fuck around and try and figure it out.
Do you have 40 ranks in knowledge engineering?
It's actually a feat.
but
Is it really?
Yeah,
But
like
we-
it's the same ability that Grub has. It's yeah.
It's that technomancy
Yeah.
thing.
I think it's literally just called Technomancer, which just allows you to apply knowledge rolls to advanced technology.
we do know somebody who could repair it, and we can always just twist people's arms pretty effectively too. So I'm not saying that's the best approach. I'm just saying that's always another option.
Grub
But-
is
Not the best
technically
approach, but it's an approach.
Definitely. I agree. We can call on Grub's assistance if necessary. There's no doubt in my mind he'd love to get a hold of that thing, but that will take this victory out of Oasis's hands and just
Yep, I know.
look at this place.
It needs a win.
It needs a win. It's been 760 years without a win.
Well,
Fucking
it needs
just break the curse of the Bambino already.
a massive cast infusion, is what it needs.
People love a comeback story.
So I know that you said cash infusion, but I heard it as Cass infusion.
I
It
also
too?
heard that.
Yeah, and it was like, is this sexual? Like, what are we? Like, how are we?
We are just inserting Cass into every problem of Oasis.
Yeah, man.
Oh boy, that would be really disastrous.
Many problems can be solved with a proper application of Cass.
Ugh.
ones that involve violence or sex, most likely. Combination of the two. Yep.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Well, we're asking around about this stuff. Could we just skip a roll to find out what sort of government they have here?
That's the
Who's in
problem.
charge?
No one's in charge.
No, literally no one.
No one.
So the salvage crew is pretty much in charge of their own destiny.
Yes.
Okay, so we need to find out who's in charge of the salvage crew.
I'm about to say, there's definitely got to be a foreman of a project of that size and caliber.
It's a worker co-op.
It's a fucking worker co-op.
We're an autonomous collective.
It's cool. This place is anarchist. See, the problem is, if we give it money, they'll probably stop being anarchist because then somebody will want to hold on.
Somebody
to
will
our-
have the capital, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
What?
going insane. How do they get anything done?
That's the
If-
question, Meredith. And yet, the results
People-
are all around you.
People
Covered
always,
in rust, yes.
Yeah,
Great
does it look like does it look like things are getting done, Meredith?
No.
Exactly.
It looks
Hey.
like if I breathed too hard on this door, it would fall down.
Look, they just have the power distributed amongst the people.
And it's
It's
not
fine.
working so well.
some people always step up. I mean, the problem is that some people don't, and I mean, there's a fair amount of useless slugs here, obviously, but some people step up and do the right thing and pull their weight.
Why does
That's
it
the way
always
it
have to be
works.
people like us coming from out of town, though?
Well, I mean, obviously, some people from in town did this freaking salvage operation and somehow have restored the dreadnought, which was supposed to be blown up. So
Oh, great job. You tripped over a ship the size of a city. Oh, wow, what a find.
well, recovering it and repairing it is an accomplishment, assuming they did.
Honestly, surprised it took them this long to find it.
We'll see. Let's head to the dig site.
That is the trick. It is unclear where the dig site is.
Can we find out who the foreman is? Is
Uh,
it
Guys-
someone I can threaten with violence?
Is it someone that we can wait?
Offer our assistance to.
there's a kind of simple solution to the problem, I would think, is that, I mean, if there are people coming and going and they're restoring a fucking giant ship, it's probably a lot of people coming and going and they're not heading towards Sanctuary. So we just figure out where all the traffic has been going that's not Sanctuary.
Why don't we take the Helgak up and try to get a view from above? We won't move fast, but we will get elevation.
roll versus altitude sickness. All
Done.
right, everybody.
Listen,
give
my
me,
comm didn't go down to fatigue.
Everybody, give me a delicious Constitution check to see how far you can fly up on your Hellcat.
Is that a disease, would you say?
No,
Damn it!
sorry.
What is the point of this perfect body? Son of a bitch! Oh, okay.
What am I
Fort
adding
save,
to...
you said?
Yeah, it's not a fortitude save; it's a pure Constitution roll.
God
Your
damn it!
Oh. Oh.
Oh no. So
It's not terrible.
I make it like 20 feet up, and then I'm like, I'm afraid of heights. I forgot.
Yeah, no, sorry, Sam. You get like 100 feet up, and you're like, I can't do this. I'm gonna die. All right, we got Cassandra at the highest. Harlan, what did you get?
11.
Ooh.
Like,
I love flying.
So, Cass, you get the highest out of the party. Give me a delicious perception roll. It is windy. It is hot. It is very uncomfortable.
Oh, whoa. All right, not bad. That's a...
Unfortunately, you cannot make it out.
Seriously. Can't see any signs of heavy traffic beyond the road to Sanctuary.
I mean, unfortunately, there are a few possibilities. There are a few large caravans going west. But based on where Oasis is, you'd be hard pressed to want to go go east for any reason.
And no signs of like a road or anything that, like a line that leads to this place.
No.
I mean, it's possible that they have.
Well, there
built
are
a
3
small town
roads
out
going to different places, and you're not sure which of them is what you're looking for.
It's possible that they've also disguised the pathway to it if they're trying to get a one-up on someone else.
Oh, I think we're gonna have to break some arms again.
What if Oasis is on top of the dreadnought?
Oasis
That's a
existed.
possibility I hadn't considered.
Oasis
No, but-
existed before the dreadnought was taken down.
If
did,
Unless
though.
the decoy Oasis.
Like the decoy fucking auraless fucking asshole who's been following us around. We're in an illusion right now. None of this is real. Like,
I'm not real.
I've experienced this DM fucking move before.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
what
can I
you're
try
talking
one?
about.
Can I try one other thing while I'm at this height?
Go for it.
I'm going to scan the horizon and see if I can see any sign of heavy dust, a heavy dust cloud.
Ooh. Unfortunately, all you see is a dust devil coming this way. Not
Okay.
very useful.
Just looking for signs of like heavy work going on.
Right.
Hmm. I suppose they could have put some sort of illusionary veil over it.
Is a dust devil something we need to be concerned about?
Everybody give me a straight intelligence roll.
Sure.
Ugh,
Today's
that's
not the day.
dumb.
I am not smart.
We are charismatic. We are not smart.
I'm only as smart as my die makes me.
Wow.
Which in this case was okay.
Derzul,
Yeah.
2 neurons fire in your addled brain, and they reach out to the holy symbol embedded in your chest
Uh-huh.
for a piece of ancient knowledge.
Oh, shit. Okay.
There was once a larger dig hidden in District 2 that was only found at the apex of its completion. It's entirely possible they will do it again.
I relay this to the party.
Like, there's
Audrey's-
you space out for a minute, and you're just like,
Audra's getting a little chatty. 1 second, guys. And then I come back. And I
That's-
tell you all this.
That's the dig that was in the book in your book.
yes. When Auntie dug up Dogo's key, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, like, she was able to hide the entire dig with a series of tents. Up until the key was unearthed, at which point it became detectable. By the Dreadnought, coincidentally.
I remember.
So, not saying that there is a bigger dig, like right now, but like a similar thing could be occurring.
Like, if they were able to cover up the dig of Dogo's key,
A powerful god-infused artifact.
right?
Right.
They would
can cover up-
definitely be able to cover up the dig and excavation and repair of the Dreadnought.
Especially
We're
if
not
they had
going
a
to-
whole bunch of people using the same magic together.
We're not going to find out anything about this without encouraging the information to find its way to us.
Yeah, sorry, gang. I think we're gonna have to make some friends.
Oh. Say it isn't
With
so.
with our fists, right?
No,
And,
with
like,
our
Mary just
style.
shakes her head like, ooh, no.
Right? Right?
What do you think? No.
Fucking do-gooders.
Fucking Phantom
We'll
Menace.
stable the Helgak again, I guess.
Hmm.
I just shake my head. We'd get things done so much quicker with my method, right?
That's true, but
we
sometimes
would.
doing the right thing takes time.
Yeah, except for the fact that your method might prevent us from getting someone who can actually sit in the fucking throne. So, for better or worse, she's probably right.
All right
Hey.
then.
And I don't love agreeing with Mary.
So we endear ourselves to these people.
Through what means? I don't know if you've noticed, I'm not incredibly endearing most of the time.
But you are incredibly handsome. So between you and me, we'll get them all fuckled up.
Oh, Harlan. Stop drinking so much.
There's always someone who needs something done. Maybe
My
we
skills
can-
are breaking knees and fucking things.
Maybe there's someone we can endear ourselves to? Someone that the people here trust?
Can I break their knees or fuck them?
No, Derzul.
Then I don't think I will be of much help.
Well,
Broaden
Usually-
your horizons.
usually you endear yourself to people by doing them favors. And those favors can involve breaking knees and fucking other people.
So sexual favors aren't off the table.
They're not off
Is
the
what I'm
table.
hearing.
Entirely.
They're never off the table.
Der-
Are you
Good.
feeling all right? Are you in rut
Sometimes they're off the
or
table.
something?
I'm just saying I have a limited skill set.
Please, I'm sorry. I'm getting big Frank Yeager vibes from you. Fucking dying before your very eyes. His last words are, "Fighting was the only thing I was ever any good at." The only thing. And you look at him and you look back through your entire history of all of his actions and you're like, shit, motherfucker was right. The only thing he was ever any good at was fighting, and now he's dead. Anyway.
Wait,
You're good at fighting?
Yeah.
it's the only thing I'm good at.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That and fucking. But anyway, besides the point, let's go endear ourselves to somebody.
Is there
Here, Darius, before you do. And Harlan kind of gestures him over and then unbuttons the top button of his shirt. He goes, there you go. Now you're ready.
Durst doesn't wear a shirt.
He
I
unbuttons
imagine Harlan
unbuttons
still
the button
trying.
of his pants.
Kind of hard to wear a shirt when there's a giant shard of a short sword sticking out of your chest.
Which needs to breathe inexplicably.
Yeah, it's like it will physically not allow you to wear a shirt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm covered in spikes. Like, I don't know how useful a shirt would be. He's got a fucking war kilt, and that's it.
It's wearing a
cloak,
shirt
right?
for Dursul is a nice party trick
I
to
don't
break
know
out
if
of, like the
he-
Hulk.
I don't think he has a cloak. Let me look.
Don't you have like a cloak of endurance or something?
You had something because you were concealing Audra at one point underneath something.
Yeah, I had a shirt on at one point, and then
Yeah,
Audra recently was like, "I need to breathe, bitch." I do have a cloak of resistance. It's probably like tied around my waist like a '90s kid with a hoodie. Like, I also have a human flesh duster that I still
Oh,
have.
yeah.
That we didn't end up giving away. I'm saving it for when we need to like massively intimidate someone.
Yeah, we do still have the +2 leather armor made of people in our party funds.
It's time to put on the
We never
flesh
handed
duster.
that in to the guards of
Nope.
Mirage.
We sure didn't.
Oh boy, we're a group.
I am an evil, like, okay, I'm neutral, but like I serve an evil deity, and like
Also,
I'm helping with this because he told me to. But
Yeah.
my God, like,
At
Well,
what
when you need to
cost?
pretend to be evil, you can put on the duster, the skin duster,
yep.
and then you will become very smiteable because you are wearing skin. I don't know how it works, but yeah, it seems
Yeah,
like
no,
pretty
that
fucked
tracks.
up.
Still
Yeah,
have that crap.
that seems reasonable. Yeah.
Still,
We
what?
still have that crap. I thought we. Oh, that's right. We burned the other stuff.
We
Mhm.
burned the
Oh.
other stuff. We kept this as evidence, and then decided to not turn in the evidence. So now we just have some human flesh armor for.
Mhm. Yeah, we didn't turn in the evidence because we motive checked the guy and realized that he was gonna be on the up and up, and we're
Oh.
like, okay, no need
Why
to
don't
It's a
drag him through the
surprise
mud.
tool that will help us later.
Why don't we just give it to Grub?
Well,
You might be interested in it for the research, and just have it like a little account with him.
No, I plan to sell it when we really need gold.
Yeah, but I mean, wouldn't having credit with Grub be better than gold?
We already have that.
We already have that once.
I'll consider it.
He can have my human flesh duster.
I'm just saying, what if you need to know the secrets of that fleshy armor?
Fucking job board. Like Borderlands style. Before we die, human flesh armor.
You go to a shop and you try and sell it, and Reynolds just like, you can't sell it. It's a quest item.
Well, does that mean that it doesn't take
Zero.
up any weight in my inventory?
0 gold.
Well, unfortunately, like you'd have to sell it. You'd have to sell it to someone who can't recognize it for what it is, and then they wouldn't pay
Yeah.
you for how much it's worth.
Well, no, but that's the reason why I was thinking Grub, because Grub would be interested in it from a scientific point of view.
I mean, you're
For
not wrong.
exactly what it is.
As a man who has no ethics, well, like he's got ethics, but he's like, well, I mean, they're already dead. I can't do anything to fix it. So, like,
Might
I'll
as well
study
use
it.
it while it's here.
right? Yeah.
Smoke them if you got them, but with human flesh suits.
Yes.
I fucking love this game.
Okay, so we have to find someone who is respected in this town, who we can do something ambiguous for, and they'll love us, and then they'll tell us what to do, where to go, besides help.
I don't
That's
suppose
plan?
being a hopeful ascendant of Marduk's throne gives you some sort of sixth sense for when people are in danger.
I mean, sort of. Give me a
Well.
second.
I wasn't expecting an affirmative.
And she like closes her eyes and opens her third eye and expands her mind for a minute, and she's like, west. The best I got for you is there's something to the west. And considering where we are, everything is west.
Well, I'm just going to guess that functions like a compass and start walking in a westward direction. Until
Sure.
I find a little Timmy who's fallen down the well.
I mean, I feel like you're so close to being right.
And it's glorious because Meredith is 100% joking in her tone and is being facetious on purpose.
Yep.
All right, my guess is it's gonna be a well's gone dry. No, someone's poisoned the water hole.
Didn't the guy at the scrapyard literally like point us in a direction of someone to ask? Didn't he say like go talk to these people?
Yeah, but we don't know where they are. That was the thing.
Yeah, we
It's
don't know who or what they like, who or where to find them.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
that's-
were told to go
person-
to the aviary, which is where we found the person who told us about the dreadnought. And then they mentioned
the salvage crew.
the
The
salvage
salvage
crew, but didn't tell us where.
And I mean, she probably doesn't know. Like, you succeed on your sense motive roll. She doesn't know where it is. Just, every once in a while, workers need to come back to town to resupply. And, like, sorry, it's hard to keep a secret.
Especially not between Oasis citizens. Like, she's an old face, she's someone to confide in.
Right. And, like, hey, babushka, sorry, I'm out of money, so I can't afford, like, a tavern. Can I crash at your place? Oh, yeah. Well, I got all these beats. So, like, I'll pay you in beats for lodging. And, I can eat some fucking stew while I'm here. Let me tell you a story. Let me spin you a yarn. Let me pay you in hope.
Hope is worthless around here, young man. Stab!
Oh! No, this is District 2, not District 4.
Alright, what are we doing? Where are we going? Whose
West.
arms are we breaking?
I hide all four of mine behind my back.
Statistically
Ma-
speaking, you're the most
Larry-
important topic.
Why don't you just ask who the most respected person in town is?
I'm sure we'll get 15 different answers.
Maybe not.
Maybe you want to widen the lens a little bit. If there's something useful to the west, that means it's out of town.
Out of
Could
town.
Could your compass be leading us to the dreadnought itself?
Doubtful. I mean, maybe? I don't know.
Oh,
All this ambiguity is giving me heartburn. Let's pick a direction and go.
Not just cancer.
Shut up. We don't talk about the cancer. We pretend like it's not there.
If I don't get a diagnosis, that means it's not cancer. If I never go to the hospital, I'll never know what it is.
Yeah, that doesn't tend to work out so well.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Do I need to worry about you, Durst?
Probably.
Okay.
Maybe not. Who knows? Audra doesn't seem worried. Since I'm her flesh vessel, I would think that she would be worried if I were imminently to become incapable of transporting her places.
You're not wrong. If you were in risk of mortal death, she would fucking Mass Effect style say, "Get up! On your feet, soldier!"
I figured.
Fucking, sorry, my favorite cutscene from goddamn Mass Effect.
It's a great fucking cutscene.
Well, it's great when you do it normal and so fucking stupid. If you tell unconscious Caden to get on his feet, like, what the fuck are you doing, you fucking maniac? The man's in a coma. It's so good. Anyway, I mean, you can ask around about like who the people around here find valuable.
I was about to say, and it's not completely out of character for people to arrive from out of town and be looking for work.
Everybody's looking for a job.
Yeah.
It's simple. You,
I'm gonna
y-
do the
you're here,
ol'-
you get enough food to live. You work, you get enough food to enjoy.
Do another round of diplomacy, looking for work,
Oh.
trying to sell us as some capable adventurers.
You succeed heartily. And a rather aged halfling informs you, well, there is a field trip going to the Temple of Bokab, which is asking for guards. Aziz is awaiting his new pupils.
Is that so?
I don't know what any of that means, but I'm fairly good at guarding bodies.
Ah, perfect. I hope you don't mind 28 hyperactive, extremely gifted children.
Durs
Isn't
goes.
That-
Durs'
Isn't it-
face just falls. Like,
I'm about to say, Durs puts the barrel of Harlan's gun in his mouth.
Meredith,
Harlan just points to Durs and goes, "He's great with kids. We'll do it."
dear Christ.
Meredith, didn't we have a tutor just for a short time who was one of Aziz's students? And then I just heard Dad talking about Aziz like he was gum or trash. And then that tutor just sort of disappeared.
That is crazy.
All I'm saying is Durs will be very good with young kids because he will just scare the piss out of all of them into behaving on the trip. Listen here, you little fucks. I will leave you in the desert to die.
Listen here, you little shit. I have 48 confirmed kills in guerrilla warfare.
I'm not saying that's exactly what Durs will do, but it is 100% what Durs will do.
Harlan
Moving on.
will just take out his
Reference.
cards and have a massive Go Fish game.
Just don't leave Durs alone with the kids.
But yes,
Unless-
no, Meredith, you as well as Cassandra were under the tutelage of one of Aziz's tutors.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of your favorites. You would go so far to say that he treated you like a human being.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that in chat the other day. Well, I think Dad hated. I think Dad hated Aziz before this all ended, so that's a good recommendation. And we know they hate Bocab. Whoever the hell she is. I just know that Mom swore.
Where can we apply?
Well, there's a schoolhouse.
Oh, Uncle.
Oh, Uncle is long dead. That dude
Oh, that's right.
fucking like he was ancient during Septemport 1. That dude fucking ate shit and died. Went out, aneurysm, heart attack, died in his sleep. Fucking as much as you can
All of
ask.
the above?
Yes,
Yes.
fuck you.
So just to note, is that Salandra, as far as schoolhouse and kid stuff would have gone, Salandra would have been sending some money back to Oasis for
Shit,
that.
I
Oh
forgot
yeah,
about it.
there is definitely
Yes.
a petty cash Salandra fund that goes up this way.
No, we don't.
But yeah, this good Samaritan brings you to the schoolhouse.
Excellent. Children.
I'm
And
just thinking we're obviously gonna be such good role models.
We really are, aren't we?
I hope
I
you
just
think
want to look menacing.
How old are these kids?
the ones the kids here at the schoolhouse range from the age of 6 to 18. It's unclear who you will be escorting.
Okay.
Obviously, like, children aren't formally separated by like age groups, but they tend to congregate with kids around their own age.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and do they teach around kids their own age? Like, do they teach like
Are the
Like
the
10-year-olds and-
lessons divided?
Right.
Yes.
okay?
So there is some degree of separation.
how old is Sam anyway, or would we even know? Because he's not standard human.
He's not. I don't even know how long their fucking lifespan is.
was
I
about to
wrote
say.
down. Where is his age?
I was trying to figure out who's the youngest in the party is.
25 is what I wrote down, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Cass is definitely
It's you,
youngest.
Cass.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me look up their age real quick so I can. So
Let's say,
have,
you
like,
never
the
know when you have a
number.
60-year-old elf situation. I'm
Yep.
60. You're a fucking child. Sit down. Shut the fuck up, kid.
Hey, I'm 76.
And you are a grown ass man. I'm not a grown man. I'm a grown ass man. I don't deal with that no more.
Well, all of your accomplishments seem so much less impressive.
So,
Why
who,
so?
By your lead, Harlan.
who's the like? Do we see the caretakers or instructors here?
Yes, there is a caretaker who is a human.
Cool. We will approach them. Be like, hey, we're here about the escort position for some of the students here up to the temple.
Oh, fantastic. The wolves don't abate no matter what the season. Thank you so much. You all look like capable adventurers. Remember, mind their P's and Q's. These are budding minds. We do not crush a budding mind.
So
No,
I
we
didn't
do
find
not.
I didn't find a real answer, but I found this off of Reddit.
Jeez, 30 to 60 players really shouldn't be playing these guys. 60 plus, old. As a joke, I was gonna say you approach the caretaker of the schoolhouse. It is the hooded man. No,
Oh my goodness.
I shit myself.
no. And she looks at the six of you and says, "Yes, this will do just fine. We don't have much, but what we have to share." And she gives the six of you 30 gold pieces. And she says, "This should cover expenses." Does anyone have a praise?
I take my
No.
5 gold pieces.
No.
I say I'd like to make a donation to the school.
Oh, thank you. Bless your heart. Lila preserve you.
I'll just refuse the money. I don't want it.
Oh, shucks.
This is the real answer. So they're like basically just like people with forearms.
Okay.
They got a normal lifespan. It looks like.
A little bit further. A human technically reaches
Oh,
maturity at
plus
16.
2d20. Okay.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
you get a little bit of an extend. I think your age is like around like halfling age,
That makes sense.
which like you live a little bit longer than people, but you only live about as long as people. So 2 people have denied their payment. Mary follows suit, just like it's fine. Call it pro bono.
Harlan will follow suit then.
Durs follows suit.
This is
Meredith, do
very
you
upset.
accept your 5 gold pieces?
I actually do.
I was about to say, fuck yeah, you do, you piece of shit.
I'm lawful evil. Like,
Yeah,
5 gold will do us just fine for the
bitch,
trip.
you owe me. Pay up. You take your 5 gold. And she rings a certain bell, and a bunch of students show up. They're mostly older kids. But like, you know, like a 17-year-old human looks like an adult, but you're like, you're a fucking child. Don't fuck with me.
Right, like they're more adult shapes than they've been so far, but still not chiseled in.
Exactly. Like
That's a kid.
that's a kid. That's a child. But they can fuck. Doesn't matter. That's a child. Like, I don't know. The interaction that comes to my mind is like Robin Williams and Finding Forrester, just like, you know, you said some shit that really rocked my world, and then I remembered you're a fucking child and you don't know what you're talking about.
I love that scene.
It's pretty good. Like, I
Ugh.
respect you. I hear what you're saying. You made some valid points. That was good luck. You don't know what you're talking about.
God, I miss Robin Williams. Oh, my heart.
Pour one out.
Oh, fucking pour 4 out.
You know
Lost
what?
before
I
his
can't. I'm reaching through my memory, and like, Robin Williams had some very embarrassing cocaine situations, but I can't remember him ever doing anything like bad.
It was. I think it was literally just the cocaine, and then the rest of it was him being funny and nice and.
Right.
Yeah.
And like wearing pantyhose and a kilt to like a red carpet event, like it, whatever. Like that, the only person that hurts is you. So, yeah, nice work, Robin Williams. You got out of it unscathed. Nice work, buddy. But yeah. There are maybe like 3 notable kids. There's a hoity-toity artsy kid who's like writing in a moleskin journal. And then there is some preppy girl who is super excited about higher learning. And then there is a goth chick who's like, I don't even know why I'm on this trip.
How old are these kids?
Like 15, 16, around there.
Okay.
And how many total are there?
18.
There's 18 of them.
Oh, God.
All right, everybody, line up.
Are there any other adults being sent with us?
Nope.
Or is it just us?
Wow, they're really just trusting
They're
these people
really
off
just
the-
trusting us not
not
to
even,
fucking
like-
murder these kids.
They're not even like chaperoning their own students.
They didn't vet us. They didn't zone of truth us. They... Hi, we'd like to take these children, please. We promise we won't sell them into slavery.
I mean,
Meredith might do that, but everyone else might not.
like we look like such a trustworthy group too.
I mean, there
We have-
are enough trustworthy among you.
We have girl covered in this fucking black armor,
Yep.
looks menacing. We have
Huge
guy
word.
covered in spikes and is very buff and has a sword through him. We have barbarian rager.
To be fair,
Cass and Harlan look fine.
Yeah,
Man with snake. Like,
guy with snake.
Like
Snake has arms.
The way I visualize it, Cass looks complete like a cute girl until she uses the crazy smile, crazy eyes type thing,
Mhm.
and she's really good at crazy smile, crazy eyes. So
I'm about to say, like 4 out of the 6 of you look like totally upstanding adventurers, and then there's you two fuckers.
You two Holt worshippers.
Yup.
who are
Yo.
strangely our best faces.
Let me just remind you what Meredith's weapon looks like, because there's only so much you can do to conceal a
We're
halberd.
covered in blood.
Have you considered the good word of our Nikolai Holt? Have you considered that you deserve it?
It's not blood. It's painted like that.
I mean, that's what blood iron is. It just looks like it's coated with fresh blood.
Whoever you are, whatever it
It's
is.
to intimidate our enemies, that's all.
One thing, guys, we need directions, like a map.
Oh, you are presented with a map.
Oh, good.
Okay, that's good. We need
Appreciate it.
that. And
I suppose
you have
we
these-
just go east.
do you have these kids insured? No. Okay. Okay. It's okay. Just wondering.
You
All
are
right,
the
everybody got good
insurance.
walking
We
shoes.
are the insurance.
Everybody got their Harlan turns into a fucking mother hen and
Yeah.
gets this on the roll.
It's wacky. Like Harlan goes into dad mode with astonishing speed.
Harlan, we need to get them water.
You got it.
We can't have them die on us while we're traveling. They're not insured.
Oh, come on. It's only 2 days to Aziz's temple. What could possibly go wrong?
Anti-venom in case we get some scorpion bites.
I didn't even think of that.
Let's
We will
see.
simply kill the scorpions before they touch the students.
Hey, kids, do you have food?
And like they all hold out like some fruit. Like, yeah, we got enough food. And like that's not enough food to last like 2 days.
Harlan, we need some crappy trail rations for the kids.
Did everyone get their permission slip signed? If you don't have your permission slip, you can't come.
Ooh, most of us are orphans, so technically we're our own legal guardians.
I don't know enough about legal guardianship to dispute that. So,
All right, bedrolls. Do we have bedrolls?
as it gets cold at night, everyone needs a blanket.
Or a cuddle buddy.
Tent?
Like people start buddying up, and like some of them have blankets. Like worst case scenario, they have like a book bag they can use as a pillow.
All right, we need to get some extra bedrolls too. Fuck.
I'm just going to go and get our rented Helgak, and they're going to carry our camping gear. I will tie them to each other. We'll have a little caravan. It'll be fine. And then if anyone collapses
That's a good
from
idea.
the heat, we can pile children on top of them. But no one's going to do that because we're all going to keep hydrated, right?
Salt
Right.
Yes.
Durr's just like fucking mean mugging all of these children.
Yeah.
Meredith asked you a question.
We'll hydrate. It'll be fine.
Meredith just laughs and pats you on the shoulder and is trying to play
All right.
down.
All right, just thinking about the stupid shit I got into when I was your age. How many of you kids are fucking and fucking each other?
No one raises a hand.
All right, let's.
I
get
will
this
do
right.
hand checks if you share sleeping bags.
We don't care, except if you wander off somewhere to fuck discreetly, we're gonna get really pissed at you. And remember how I asked about the insurance thing? Think about that for a second, okay? So again, we don't care who fucks who, but don't wander off to do it.
You're gonna want to just wait until you get to the school.
Yeah, we don't want to watch it happen, so don't do
It's
it anywhere.
only 2
Yeah,
days.
just
You'll be okay.
There's
Yeah,
so
keep
much
it in your
sand.
pants.
2 days? That's a fucking eternity.
keep it in your pants.
You know what?
Think
That's
for
what.
2 days.
That's what Goth Chick said. She's like, 2 days? That's an eternity.
I'll give you a lesson in eternity. If you don't, pick up your stuff and get in line.
You promise?
Okay. Everybody gets
Oh,
these
God.
just diplomacy and or intimidate rolls.
We're scaring the shit out of some kids.
That's a big ol' natural 1.
That's a big old 28.
I rolled crappy intimidate.
Dear God. So you get these kids to go the fucking line.
I tell the goth chick that the only thing she might be experiencing is bondage, and she won't have fun.
Well, that's just a lie, Dershel says. Giving a scary lascivious grin.
So Harlan, spend 10 gold pieces to get appropriate travel supplies for all of the kids.
Can do.
Like between bedrolls and food and water skins, like everybody gets something.
Some kid's shoes don't fit right. One's got a big hole in his backpack. Okay. Alright. Now, if you see something weird, or there's a wolf coming at us, what are you gonna do?
Call for help?
You got it.
Where are there wolves in the desert?
You're going to
the
fight it.
trash
You're not going to be powerless little sniveling shits. You're gonna raise your fists and fight the wolf.
Like the poetry kid says, I regret to inform you, but I am a poet. And none of us here
You're right, that is a regret.
none of us here
I'm just kidding.
are going to combat college. I think
Slay it with your words. Have you not heard of the great bards?
I have, yes, and I intend to emulate them. But I don't know, combat magic seems like such a waste.
I just give him the look of the most disappointed father I can possibly muster. Probably the way my own elven dad looked at me when I told him I was going off to war.
Son, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, just the I'm so you had so much potential.
There's
I'm
no
not
shame
mad.
in
I'm just disappointed.
Oof.
there's no shame in learning how to defend yourself.
Durs is doing the slow
for now,
disappointment head shake.
For this trip,
You stay
we're all
behind
gonna
us.
stick together. Be quick and efficient. Sound good? Any questions?
And like someone raises their hand. Hi, yeah, what should we call you? Do you all have like names?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. My name's
I'm Cass. I'm gonna be up front the entire trip, so you probably won't see much.
I freaking love that. Do you have names?
That pause.
Yes.
Yeah. And like that's the struggle of not playing around a table is you can't tell when the other person's about
exactly.
to speak.
That's exactly what happened.
Yes, we have names. Full stop.
I thought it was funny. I thought we were doing it on purpose to fuck with the kids.
No, it's just because I can't pick up on
Social
vocal cues when I'm not looking at pitch.
Oh my
Well,
god.
Yeah, there's a check. A real one.
You can call me Meredith.
Harlan.
None of you will have any reason to speak to me, so my name is inconsequential.
Got it, sir.
He's Durs, and I'm Sam, and this is
God
Audrey.
damn it, Psalm.
And Mary introduces herself. I'm Mary. I'll keep you safe.
This is Mary, ascendant of Marduk. Respect her, or
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
else.
Easy, easy. A little more honey, less vinegar.
I'm an inquisitor, and these are children.
I'm sorry. I ate 71 pounds of sand and died. Welcome to the District 2 experience.
Oh, hey, the other thing we probably need to talk to them about is bathroom breaks because they're probably going to want to wander off behind a bush and they'll probably get themselves stung by a giant scorpion or a
There
snake.
are none. Shit yourselves.
Mr. Psalm, we're gonna be on the road for 2.5 days. No bathroom breaks. Did I fucking stutter?
You can piss
Oh,
at me when we stop.
Meredith fails her bluff check and is just going to have to lean on Harlan, and she can't stop laughing.
Like, sorry guys, you're dealing with like level 2 children. You're not dealing with like fucking. You're not dealing with fucking Badu and the forced march at the hell jungle. Like, these people can't run around for 8 days. Pour one out for Badu, but like, no, these people can't
Pour
do
one
that.
out.
Pour one
Where's
out.
Kaja for the forced
Where's
march
Kaja?
spell?
Yeah, we're just fucking with you. Just let us know if you need to stop.
Oh, okay.
Also, my name's Stirs. It's all gonna be fine. We're just fucking with you.
We gotta entertain ourselves somehow.
Good lord.
So, because of the nature of the encounters and where you are going and what you are doing, I cannot flim-flam a dangerous enough encounter in this.
Not with dire wolves.
Like, not with dire wolves and and trash crabs. Like, there may have been a day long ago when you were level 4 where a trash crab would have been a threat. And because of the crackdown on the local slavers guilds, like, no slavers are going to look at the 6 of you and be like, yeah, we can handle this. Like, they succeed on their sense motive rolls. Ooh, look at the next
That's
one.
a hell night. Maybe we don't. Like,
Consider
Yeah.
not. Yeah, let's just go find some scrap. We'll just make some money. It's fine.
We need somebody with good eyes on the rear to keep an eye out for our friend.
I got it.
Okay.
Like, the only thing that's like interesting that happens is like Harlan shoots a scorpion, fucking Murtaugh shot style, just like it bursts up out of the sand and it's like, oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna eat some kids, and you're like, hold on. Blah. Just-
I imagine you do like the duel at high noon, quick draw from your holster, spin it around your finger.
Yep. Well, I've got bullseye shot now.
Ugh.
So if I use my move action to steady my shot, I get a +4.
Dear
Y- y-
Lord.
You're making ranged touch attacks.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And you shot the stinger right off that scorpion.
Oh man, it's just obscene.
Durs gives sound effects when you do this sort of stuff. He's very into it.
And like, you all get attacked by a trash crab. You fucking summon Zadru and his fucking sword, and he's like, don't worry, I got this, and he just fucking chops it to bits. And this trash crab is like, what? No, fleshy humans are food. I don't.
Death.
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 Your Honor, League of Legends?
Death?
Your Honor, League of Legends.
Death.
And then you guys like cross over the desert into the wasteland.
Mm.
And the wasteland is where things get different. Things go from sandy to rocky with little like rivers and streams.
Gross.
And that's where the dire wolves come in.
Oh, good. I'm
Dire
gonna kill
wolves,
those.
dire coyotes.
I'm using bow for the most part, just to I'll probably be on point because
Hey,
I think I'm the
Reynolds, no
only one
particular
with
reason. Oh, sorry.
I think I'm the only one with any major level of survival.
No.
Maybe Zadru.
Got plus 11.
You have plus
I
11
got a plus
survival?
7.
Yeah,
It's me. I'm the city mouse.
Oh, okay.
from the
That's-
jungle.
I
Yeah,
remember you guys not having survival, much survival.
I
or
have
blue.
to. I have it. I just have to rely on Zadru, so
Right.
for it. But yes,
Okay, so then we have plenty of survival.
Right. Meredith, what were you saying?
Just out of curiosity, Mr. DM, what phase of the moon is it?
Ooh. Did I ever come down hard on whether there are 2 moons in Septemport or not?
I can't remember.
Because I know
I think there was just one.
I used Don John to like calculate lunar phases, but I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna say it's a half moon and growing.
Okay.
It's a waxing moon. Doo 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 doo. It's a waxing
half
moon.
Carry on.
Oh dear
Um.
lord! Sometimes the gods just give you one. So you guys are wandering through the wasteland, and there it is, the temple. It's fucking huge.
That the place?
Yes.
Looks like it.
Sure hope so.
Seems to be the right spot on the map.
Well, there you go, kids. We got you here.
We're going to bring them to the door.
Yeah, I think we're going to talk to somebody inside too.
That way they
Are we
can send a
supposed to wait
message
for
back,
them?
let them know they all got safe.
are we supposed to wait for them, or are we supposed to just like take them here and then they're on their own for getting back or something?
They don't go.
I mean,
back.
they're
No, the
They don't-
temple's
they
like a
don't go
boarding
back.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a boarding school in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
so they
Uh-huh.
can't leave.
But yeah, you guys approach the temple, and a gnome awaits them at the door with eyebrows down to his feet.
I don't even know what that means.
His eyebrows like fucking.
Are so long and bushy.
Yep.
Oh,
It's like the anime thing.
so like when you said eyebrows, I just thought like the piece of skin that the eyebrows rested on, and I was like, so
Oh,
he's
God.
blind because his eyes are permanently closed.
That's such a strange image.
Dear God, nightmare fuel.
Eyebrows down to his feet, like the whole skin and everything.
No. Like this is the character I'm taking like the inspiration from.
Okay.
Mary, can you do me a favor?
I mean, he still can't see much, but fair.
Mary,
Yeah.
can you walk like 20 feet that way and then walk back 20 feet that way? And just
Sure.
triangulate?
Triangulate what?
That feeling you have.
That is. I'm sorry. That's not how it works.
Well,
Too mathematical, I think.
That was worth a shot, Cass.
I have a feeling this is where we're supposed to be.
And the gnome calls out to the 60 of you and says, "Ah, custodians, welcome. Come in. Enjoy the shade."
Don't mind if I do.
New students for you, Professor.
No, Professor. I have no title. I am just Aziz.
Aziz.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you all too. And he scrutinizes Mary with an observant glower.
One of your students was a teacher of ours. Pointing at Meredith.
It was a long time ago.
Ah, yes. My students spread far and wide. People like to dismiss the people of District 2 as being backwards and foolish, and yet here you can get quite possibly the best education in the land. And he looks to Derzul and Psalm and says, "No offense."
None taken.
Durs doesn't say anything.
What's the inside of this place look like?
The inside of this place is at the same time luxuriant and dusty.
Fair.
Ceilings are a bit higher than you would expect. They're like 12 feet high. And there's just a lot of flowing water.
Like fountains and stuff?
Yeah. Fountains, troughs, aqueducts.
Is the inside also made with this sort of sheen black rock?
For the most part, yes.
Chilly.
And it's lit by little glow globes.
What's the temperature like inside?
A cool 75.
Ooh.
This is refreshing.
That is what we mean it to be.
Is all the water real or is it an illusion?
And he dips a cup into the water and just says, "Have a drink."
I give it a taste.
It tastes like nothing. It nourishes you,
Oh.
but it's just about as pure as you can get.
Appreciate it. That's. Oh,
Drink deep from the pool of knowledge, my friends.
so how long has this temple been here?
A long time. Just about as long as I have.
Did you build it?
No.
No.
It was built by our creator himself. He gave it to us as a gift. A refuge against the dark. Against the injustices of the world.
Well, we've been hearing a lot of knowledge is power type stuff. So maybe you can help us.
What do you mean? Is this something you're looking for? Something you need to know?
Is that Monster?
No, who's huffing into their microphone?
That was Louis.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Hey, Louie.
because Reese, it was coming through. the
Monster's
microphone,
asleep at
and
the
I'm
foot of the
like,
bed.
Are you secretly upset with this weird gnome? Is everything
No,
okay? Okay.
sorry,
No,
Louis is being.
It's fine.
Louis.
If it's Louis, then I can just ignore it. Whatever. It's fine. He wants to fucking.
He wants to be a weird ass, is what he wants.
Let's say he's happy. He's fat. He's diabetic. Whatever. I don't know about Louis. I'm just assuming.
Nah.
No, Louie's a skinny mini, actually.
Yeah,
He's little.
Louis the tiny baby kitten cat. Yeah, he was very interested in being right up on the mic to chew on it,
Well,
and then
yeah.
I kicked him off my
likes
lap.
to chew on my windscreen as well. I'm
It's
trying to
tasty.
kick him off from doing that.
What are you gonna do? Not eat that microphone? You crazy?
In this economy?
And
It's got the
fuck.
it's got the fluffy ball and everything on it.
That means it's
for him.
food.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my
Morale
god.
restored.
Humanity restored.
This is
For real,
what
though.
This is what Zariah should have been.
Yeah, you're right.
So you were talking to a gnome, a slightly
We were
obfuscative
talking to a gnome. Yeah, we were asking him about the history of the temple. And Cass mentioned knowledge is power and then trailed off.
He just shrugs like, well, if that aphorism is true, then I would say that this temple is large enough and strong enough to create a localized time-space distortion.
Was that all? Goodness.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Plenty of other things to worry about
Yeah,
these days.
considering it's been standing for 800 years, whatever effect it has on itself in the outside world is certainly mild.
Oh, what the hell? You wouldn't happen to know where the dreadnought crashed, would you?
Yes, I do know. No, I'm sorry, I won't tell you.
We
Please?
good reason.
Please.
Ooh.
Perhaps if we let this kind fellow in on our plan, who may be more interested in working with us.
I think there's plenty of time for that, but for now, let's get our charges settled in their new home.
We can handle that if you wish. You can enjoy the refreshments, but yes, it'd probably be a good idea if you rested. Too much time on the road.
And yes, I am keeping track of the days.
Good call.
Rest sounds good. I like rest.
Good.
Baths sound good too. I imagine you have those here.
There are indeed baths. They're a little lukewarm, but it'll be fine.
Well, actually, after the desert, that's not that bad.
Right, lukewarm sounds perfect.
Y'all get bathed. Y'all get fed. If anybody wants to take a look in the library, you can take a look in the library.
Yeah,
But
Colin's curious.
like the
He's not a great reader, but
the library's obviously got copies of Solandra's book, but also it's got a copy of a lot of other books.
A little aside, if you don't mind, the goth girl that we were traveling with, did she express any interest in Meredith during our 2 days of travel and camping?
More than a little bit, just like, so you look like you're like a minion of the darkness or something. Like, it's pretty cool.
I suppose you could say that. I serve Holt, the Demon King.
Oh yeah, man. I've heard a lot about Holt. Like, I've tried studying him, but he doesn't have enough flash for my fire, you know what I mean?
I think I understand, but there's more important things than just...
And strangely, the goth girl was not with us when we arrived at Aziz's temple.
than appearance alone.
I don't know what you mean.
What do you mean by flash and fire?
I mean, like, what could be more important than, like, aesthetics? Holt's a little too heady for me.
You've been talking to the wrong Holtites.
Oh, really?
Indeed.
Then lay the real scripture on me, sister.
Holy shit. Meredith, no sleeping with minors.
No, she's not going to sleep with this girl.
Meredith,
But,
give me a delicious diplomacy roll to, like, try to express Holt as, like, flashier than he is. Because, like, Holt's not super dour, but, like, I don't know.
Just because some interpretations of him are dour doesn't mean that his followers have to be.
Right.
I'm going to impress upon her the importance of interpretation of the text. And with a 28 diplomacy, I think I make my point.
Can I overhear this conversation going on?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll I want to contribute that, well, Holt may be the god of those in power. He's also the god of heretics.
Well, I've been shopping around for a patron, so if he wants to be my big bad demon daddy, he knows who to call.
What does Audra think about this?
Audra hears the words "big bad demon daddy" and just fucking cringes.
Give it
You
some
know what?
time.
This shard of his sword in my body thinks that's an excellent idea. I'm gonna turn around and leave.
And Audra
Meredith
just like
would-
looks at you betrayed, just like, why would you say that? And you were like, I was lying. And he's like, I don't care.
Betrayer!
Betrayal.
Meredith would like to give her a token. The human femur bone charm that she carved as a focus for her bone shaker spell.
Dear God, you're playing with fire, boy.
Now, I know that you want a patron to come to you, but power doesn't always work that way, and Holt respects those who seize power for themselves. Just keep that in mind.
Got it. Yeah.
Thank you for that little aside.
Oh, you're
I just
welcome.
couldn't let it stand.
Right.
I will carve myself another bone charm.
Oh yeah. No problem.
There's always more bones.
There sure are.
There's always more bones.
Mhm. But yeah, we check
but
out the library.
You about to say, Harlan, you were checking out the library. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
Some text about Marduk.
You hit the jackpot, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, would you like parables, history? There is an entire 7-volume encyclopedia about the Battle of Seven Winds.
Ooh. That sounds really interesting, actually.
It's bonkers. Like,
So
battles aren't meant to last for 100 days. And yet, like, it's 100 days of men and women sleeping in shifts to fight demons. And it is intriguing. It is written from a sort of like a boots on the ground perspective. Like where you are in the hell jungle and where it is that you need to get to.
That's a surprisingly, interesting, way to write it. Like, Harlan was expecting to, have to skim through, a tome.
Not only
But it
that,
actually is pretty interesting.
it's got pictures.
Yes!
Picture book.
Picture book!
Like there are definitely like fucking full double page spreads of like particular moments in the battle where the pendulum swung one way or the other.
Because he certainly does not have time to read all 7 volumes while we're here, he's mostly just gonna scan it and medieval peasant style, kind of look at the pictures to get the gist, and then if one particularly catches his eye, he'll read that part.
Right. The 3 sections that really get your attention are like first contact with the enemy.
Mhm.
There's like, oh, we're in the jungle. Oh Lord, they're in the jungle. And Marduk is like, well, this is where we make our fight. You don't get to make a choice about when you meet your enemy. Well, you should try, but if you can't, you have to make do with what you have.
And that's what Harlan finds particularly interesting because so much of Marduk is about, picking your battles correctly and making all these good choices. But what do you do when the chips are down?
Right.
That's what he wants to know.
Yeah, and what you do when the chips are down is you fight like hell, and you try to fight smart. There's definitely a whole lot of like text in these volumes about like messenger architecture, like messenger infrastructure. Like, we need to get messages here, we need to get information here. We have one of the major things that gave Marduk an edge over Gemma's force is that Gemma was he was the one who issued all the orders, whereas Marduk had a series of consolidated commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Gemma's commanders were over glorified taskmasters who kept the battle going the way Gemma wanted it to. Marduk had a series of 7 attendants who did what they thought was right, rarely overridden by his orders.
Okay.
The second notable chapter is the advance on the fortress and the meeting at the walls. It was a terrible situation because it was a siege that could not be won by attrition.
Ooh, okay.
When there are gates within the walls that are conjuring demons, you have to make an attack. And that means there are going to be catastrophic losses.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was a difficult thing sending men and women on assured assaults to die. And the third major chapter is the battle with Gemma himself, which portrays Gemma with falchion in hand. You know, the famous image you've probably seen 100 times before, where Gemma with his falchion is ready to land a death blow on Marduk, and Marduk chops him in half. He uses his twin great swords to just to cut the demon off at the stomach, and he just fucking... You know, there's a lot that goes into a killing death blow, over the head death blow, and a lot of that actually has to do with your legs and the fact that they're attached to the ground. And when that doesn't happen, you just go wherever your torso is gonna fall. And like, the thing about that probably grabs your attention the most is a lot of the battle was Marduk trying to get himself into a position to fight Gemma one-on-one. Like,
okay,
if he doesn't go to face Gemma, you're going to end up with a Sauron problem, Lord of the Rings style. Like, well, I'm just going to wade into your soldiers and I'm going to kill every single fucking one of them. What are you going to do about it? And so the problem became, I need to figure out where he's going to be before he is there, and I need to show up. Win, lose, or draw, I'm the only one who has a chance. So when the chips are down, you fight smart, you do what you have to do, and you get yourself involved. When the opposing champion appears, you have to fight him. You have to. Someone else might fuck it up.
That's a very important defining moment.
It's
probably the moment that made Marduk.
Oh, yeah. Before that, he was running off of, like, paternal nepotism. Like, oh, I'm the son of the creator. Everybody should follow me. And they were like, well, if we don't, we're all probably going to die. And then, you know, when push came to shove, like, Gemma's smart. Gemma has a great tactical mind. and he got outplayed, outmanned, and outgunned. If it wasn't such a close fight, it might have been considered embarrassing. In a way, if you look at it, it kind of is. Gemma had every advantage. He had a secret, hidden fortress that no one could find, he was indomitably powerful, and he had a demonic army being supported by other extraplanar creatures. And he lost. He lost to an upstart demigod, his queen, a god of chaos, and a bunch of normal people.
And that gives Harlan a lot of hope.
Boy, it better.
You don't have to be a god to win the war.
You don't have to be a god to win a war.
It helps.
It helps. Now, Cassie, you were looking for a book about the wilds. Sadly, even among the Library of Bokob, knowledge about the wilds is vanishingly rare. The elves mean to keep it that way. Like, the book that you find reveals that, like, elven agents will go out and destroy books talking about their secrets. But you do learn the basics, and if you didn't already know them, like the wilds are an extra-dimensional space, an annex from the Feywild itself. And the elves have hidden towns, villages, and even like certain semi-extraplanar cities in this
Anything
mysterious space.
about other powers of the wilds in terms of the creatures like my panther?
There are many such creatures. Avatars, like living embodiments of what it means to be those creatures.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. What you are looking for is probably Idone. The Panther Queen.
Thank you.
Why?
She's quite possibly the supreme huntress of the wilds. What she can't kill, she can track. Like, there's nothing she can't track. The only limit is what she can kill.
Yeah, I couldn't find any references at the times I've been to libraries, so it's something I've been curious about.
Alexander's library has a forbidden section. There's no doubt in your mind that knowledge is probably forbidden. But Aziz's library has no such restrictions. Knowledge is free to anyone who desires it.
Are there any pictures of Idone?
Yes. She's obviously a very large panther. Her fur is black with purple highlights. It is suggested that she has the ability to change shape. Like a sort of amorphous form that allows her to turn into like a giant head with teeth or like a giant disembodied claw.
Wild shape plus.
Right.
Suppose if you are basically a goddess and have been alive for thousands of years, you can get a little weird with it.
You get a little weird with it.
Particularly if you're of the wild magic. Does the picture look like the thing I have in my back?
Yes. Like, this
Good
is
to
the
know.
image that I'm going for.
Yeah, okay.
Damn.
Fuck yeah.
Spooky.
Right. Like, you look at that thing and you're like, oh, that's a panther. Oh, Panther Plus. That's more than just a panther. That thing's dangerous.
That ain't no ordinary panther.
That ain't no... Why is a...
That's no moon.
That's no fucking moon, baby.
That's no kitty.
So beautiful.
Know that if Harlan dies this game, it's gonna be his last words are gonna be "Here, kitty, kitty."
Yeah, probably.
I'm trying to find an image of the creature. There. God damn it. I'm trying to find an image of the creature transforming. But it's not exactly obvious the way it works.
No, I can picture it. I've read Endomorphs.
Okay.
You've read what?
Well, like, it doesn't transform
Animorphs.
into people. Like, it can, like, morph its body into, like, big claws and, like, a giant mouth. Big bite.
Yeah, all the transformations in that book series were always like endlessly horrific.
This one is less horrific and more just, like, dangerous. Like, you're like, oh, no! Like a goring minotaur. You see it coming for you, and you're like, oh, that's 4d8 plus 12 points of damage. Oh, my poor fucking dick. That's
Ow,
what I'm
my
talking-
body.
Right, like, oh my god, my bones. And also, that's not a normal cat. This is bad.
Bad kitty. Naughty.
Like, it's probably not a panther. It just likes the shape of a panther.
And who wouldn't like the shape of one of nature's perfect killing machines?
I'm just saying, have you considered the strength in an apex predator? Have you considered becoming a were-Komodo dragon? What they gonna do about it? No, I'm asking. What the fuck you gonna do about it? It bites you, and you fucking die of omega cancer. Fuck you.
Or you become another rare Komodo dragon.
Right, like, those are your two options.
Can you pick?
No, unfortunately, the choice gets made for you.
It's a fucking coin flip.
Yeah, there's not really a good gif of the attacks.
Oh, well. Anyway, it's a giant panther monster.
This is the closest I could
I'm about
find.
to say, that's the closest that we've got. That's the gift that I found as well. Just like, yep, that's a cat. That's not a cat.
It is almost 10. Do we know how much longer we are going to be a play-in tonight? Just a question.
Probably hopefully for my sake, not much longer, because I'm getting
This
sleepy.
would be a
Let's
pretty
say,
good
this
stopping
is
point.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good place to stop. We can explore the library more next session if you desire, and if not, then
Yes.
you can speak more to Aziz and maybe coax some information out of him, or almost certainly do a task for him.
What?
Well-
Quest hub?
What?
You don't
Quest
say!
hub? You
We
mean
can-
if we
Really
do more
good.
quests for this guy, we can get information on the dig site, maybe?
What?
Who
That's some
knows?
fucking wacky stacks. It's like
No,
It would
I
be
love
nice.
this.
It would be nice to go back to Sanctuary as soon as we can because our stuff is probably ready by now. So,
You just are anxious because you don't have your sword.
I can function without my sword, but it would be nice
But
to have.
really, not much time passes. But what, Cap? 3 days?
It has been yes, yep,
Yep.
yep, 4 days actually.
Almost 4, yeah. And returning is going to take more than a day. So
2.
But yeah, Dave, you really nailed like the power that Idone has. Like Idone is dangerous because she is a panther who can think like a person.
Yep.
Which is like,
Oh.
oh lord.
yes, I always loved that quote, and it was like one of my favorites since I was a kid.
Ooh, well, I'll
I've
see
never
some of
actually
you
read the
in the
Jungle
morning.
Book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've never read the Jungle Book?
Peace.
I never have.
Oh, it's really good. I mean,